station is KSWI, Atlantic, part of Meredith Communications.
And good evening, everyone. Tom Robinson alongside Perry Fief, Cody Weaver, the camera, and Kevin Ferguson down on the sidelines. This is Trojan Football on 95.7 FM and live streamed on WesternOutOfToday.com. Our live streaming brought to you by Greg Young Automotive Group in Atlantic. We go the extra mile, and welcome to the broadcast of Winterset. 1-2, Atlantic 1-2. The difference, the Huskies coming off of a win last week over Carlisle and Atlantic. They have won the first game over Clark and fallen to Glenwood, and then Greene County 1 week ago. Trojans looking to get back on track for tonight in their homecoming game. Congrats to Nicole Mittens, homecoming queen, and Dante Hetherington, the homecoming king. The court, Nick Bennett, Whetstone, Colton Rasmussen, Brock Henderson, Mason McFadden, Colton Becker, all on the king side of the queen. Jade Harder and Regina Mark, Claire Pellet, Nicole Mittens, Michaela Atkinson, Malin Farrell, and Abby Muller. Tom Robinson alongside here with Perry Fief. And Perry, another night of high school football. A broadcast brought to you in part by Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlantic and Carroll. Your thoughts as we head into week number 4. Here we are.
It's week number 4. And I can't believe it's already week number 4, but it's always great to be back at the Trojan Bowl and seeing everybody, and the field looks great, of course. So just excited. I'm excited to see what. I'm pretty sure they had some pretty good pep talks this week from some coaches.
Well, we did cover the coronation ceremony of the noon hour, but Coach Brummer got up in front of the group. He did say we have had a good week of practice, so that's
good.
One thing. It was a positive, no doubt about it. Broadcast also brought to you by the First Whitney Bank. They're the only bank you'll ever need, the First Whitney Bank. Body Basic. Call 254-BODY to get your body back to the basics. And the Seed Pros. So by your side to maximize yield. From the word go, your Pioneer Pros, John Becker, Mark Ventiger, Gary Dinkla, and Nick Knudsen. Also brought to you by Second to Street Auto, your transmission pros, and Cass Health, the neighbors, the caring for neighbors. And Outfitters Plus Outlet Store, your home for personalized sports apparel in Atlantic. The Super Bowl. We'll grab the gang and head to the Super Bowl for Go Bowling every Friday and Saturday night. And Swida, they're safe, reliable Swida for all your transportation needs. And Stein Seed, the Stein has yield. Contact Darren Petty, your local Stein representative. Also brought to you by Hy-Vee, Bakery, Deli, meat department, and pharmacy, and also groceries as well. Obviously,
no, you better.
They're always there for you, your Atlantic Hy-Vee. And Atlantic Ag and Auto, your locally owned full-line CarQuest retail store in Atlantic. Rolling Hills Bank and Trust, a hometown bank for hometown people. Member FDIC. Elkhart Plastics, integrity, optimism, customer focus, and a can-do spirit. Go to MyersIndustries.com/careers to fill out an application. And the Fish Store and Pet Center, your local one-stop pet shop in downtown Atlantic. Perry, what do you want to see tonight?
I don't want to give away some of my keys because I've been thinking about them all day, so I don't want to do that. But I want to see, like, some enthusiasm. I want to see them play some dirty down football. Like, it's just, get a little physical. I want to see it get a little physical.
Well, we're going to see a physical team in Winterset tonight, and we have heard word that maybe they're going to have a different quarterback than Hunter Lyon, who was outstanding a week ago, threw for 180 yards. And so we'll see if that comes to fruition here this evening. But nonetheless, we've got to plan on Hunter Lyon. And the running back, Wilmus, was outstanding last week as well. Well, we're going to talk to Atlantic Activities Director, Mr. Andy Mitchell, coming up next. You're listening to High School Football on 95.7 FM, and we're live video streaming on WesternIowaToday.com. We'll talk to Mr. Mitchell right after this.
At Greg Young Automotive of Atlantic, they pride themselves on going the extra mile. How, you ask? By providing unbeatable, no-pressure service from knowledgeable salespeople. By taking that extra step to make sure you find the right vehicle for your needs. By truly providing a world-class experience right here in Atlantic. So stop by today and see how they can go the extra mile for you. Greg Young Automotive of Atlantic, 100 East 2nd Street, or online at gregyoungatlantic.com.
Hills Bank and Trust.
Here at Rolling Hills Bank and Trust, we're dedicated to agriculture. That's why we offer various services that fit your growing ag needs. All our decisions are made locally by experienced lenders that truly understand the unique challenges of your operation. We're large enough to handle all your lending needs, yet small enough not to lose that personal touch. Our dedicated loan officers want to work with you to help your operation grow and thrive. Feel free to stop in and talk about how we can help your business succeed. Rolling Hills Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Must. A custom-built Street Warrior transmission from 2nd Street Auto is the answer to your work, play, and competition diesel applications. Stop by 2nd Street Auto or give them a call. Always remember, if you run into problems when you're on the road, 2nd Street isn't going to let you down. Your local toll is always free with your repair. 2nd Street Auto in Atlantic. Welcome back to a pregame show on 95.7 FM and live video stream on westerniowatoday.com. We've got Mr. Andy Mitchell with us and a special guest as well. We'll introduce him in just a moment, but let's look back on all the activities this week, Mr. Mitchell.
Yeah, well, homecoming, there's going to be lots of activities going on. There was something every single night this week, and what a great week. We, during the days, we had dress-up days, and the kids' participation in it was off the charts this year. It was absolutely wonderful, and of course, we had all the different events. We've hosted 9th and JV volleyball. Volleyball's been on the road. When they went to Clarinda and Glenwood on Tuesday nights, ran into a couple of really good teams there, and unfortunately came away 3-0 both of those games. Cross country went to a very tough Ballard invite. Maybe besides the Southeast Polk, which is loaded with 4A teams, Ballard's probably the toughest cross country we go to every year, and fared really well. And then we've been down to Clarinda last week, for the cross country, and then Thursday night we went over to Panorama. We didn't have the results in this morning. There was a goof in the chip timer. I know our boys in particular ran really well over at Panorama yesterday.
Very good. And what do we have come up tomorrow then?
Yeah, tomorrow's the volleyball team is got to make a quick trip up to Bondurant tomorrow, starting at 8:30 for a quick invite, and then those girls got to get back because tomorrow night's homecoming dance, and I don't know what they're gonna have time to get.
They'll have to do their hair on the way back.
Yeah, they're probably gonna be doing. Coach gonna have to let them bring curlers on the bus. I'm not sure how that's gonna work, but they'll figure it out. They always do, and. Last week we went Greene County football and took one on the chin. Greene County better than advertised, no doubt. And they came out the gate. We just couldn't get anything going after their initial punch to us. So we're gonna have to come out a little more fired up this week. Winterset's not a bad club. Last year they struggled. But this year they're not back to where they were a couple years ago when they were phenomenal. But they're not bad.
Last time we played Winterset 2017, and Zach Sweeney, the head coach, we go back to 2001. That was his first year, and he played against Brett Meyer and crew when Brett Meyer was a junior. Then, of course, Meyer's senior year, that whole group went 13-0 and won the state title.
That was a pretty special group there, no doubt.
He remembers that. And then, of course, we're renewing that that matchup here tonight with Winterset. We have a special guest, special guest here. One of the top 10 rushers in Atlantic High School football history, and quite a resume.
Right. And so we're going to introduce Tom Hayes. Tom is back. He's he's number 7 in the all-time leading rushers for Atlantic football history. We're going to have hopefully quite a few of those gentlemen back here tonight. We're going to recognize them at halftime. I know Dan Gipple is number 2 on the list is here. I know Tyler Moen is not here. He's coaching for Ames High School this year, so Tyler's not able to join us. But the rest of the ones, we'll see how many we get here and recognize them. But when I started reading about Tom, wow, wow, the coaching that Tom has done since playing at Iowa, high school level, college level, NFL, that's something pretty special. We need to celebrate. So I had the chance to meet Tom Tuesday, and we're real excited and can't wait to turn the mic over to him and let him talk to you, Tom.
Well, thanks for letting us have him, Mr. Mitchell. Thanks for coming up too. Andy's very generous to come talk to us every Friday night, and we are joined by Mr. Tom Hayes, Coach Hayes. 21 touchdowns in one season. That might be a record, Coach Hayes, Mr. Hayes. And wow, it's great to have you. I've heard a lot of stories about you, and I think think you played for my father-in-law back in the day, Coach Younger, too.
You know what? I did, but he came as in my junior year. He was my first 2 years with him for my junior and senior year, and he did a great job with us.
Oh.
I mean, great.
And, of course, before that, we've had a lot of good coaches, too, ahead of Coach Younger. But, yeah, it was great to have you here. And, of course, you had an outstanding high school career. I want to go back to 21 touchdown season. Went on to UNI, and then you transferred for the Hawkeyes and played for Iowa. And you've coached in the major college football for many, many years. We'll get there, but let's talk about playing for Atlantic and that season at 21 touchdowns.
Yeah, we had some really good offensive linemen, so you need to take advantage of that as a running back, which I did, and so did Younger, by the way. Yeah. And it was a great group of guys, and really just steady Eddie every week. They were at it all the time, and the linemen, that's where it all starts, as we know, at all levels of play. And the biggest thing we did is we didn't turn the ball over to the offense on the other team. And that was big. Yeah, that was Younger's big deal. We're not going to put the ball on the ground. Or throw it to the other team.
Talk about your college career.
Well, I left here and I went to, like you said, UNI for a summer school deal. I wasn't sure where I was going to go. And Iowa, in fact, was recruiting me, and then they dropped at the end. And then Ed was already there.
Ed Polak, yes, yep.
And so he went and talked to the coaches, and they looked at the film again, and they said, let's bring him in. And so I came in and as a walk-on, and not even at the semester, Ray Nagel gave me a scholarship.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
So I was wondering which coach. I know there's Lauterbaugh, and then you played for Coach Nagel.
I played for Coach Nagel.
Yeah.
I sure did.
After Iowa, then what?
I left Iowa, and I went to work for Kansas, not Kansas, but I was only with one team for 1 year, and I'm trying to think what it is. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I went to work at UCLA for almost 10 years with Terry Donahue in the 80s, and we won 7 bowl games in that span. That record is never going to be broke. And we won 3 Rose Bowls doing it.
Wow, unbelievable. And coaching the Pac-10, and you also went to the other coast as well, didn't you?
I did. I went both ways, and I got a lot of airline miles.
Coach at Florida?
Yeah, I left the work at UCLA, and then I went to Texas A&M with R.C. Slocum. Yeah. When he got the head job there, he was a great friend and a defensive guy like I was. I've always been a defensive coordinator and a defensive back coach. And so we were such good friends, and he offered me the job at Texas A&M, and I was tired of driving because it's so far. I was 44 miles from UCLA and then 44 miles back home every day. That's hard.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
So that was a great go, and then he only kept me for a couple of years, and Gary Gibbs, my good friend at Oklahoma, when Coach Switzer quit, he offered me the D coordinator's job there, and I went there. I stayed 4 years there, and then I left there and went to the Redskins for six seasons.
NFL, I apologize. I forgot about your NFL career. Boy, what was that like?
Well, the big thing that all the 3 levels of play teach you is nobody gets a free lunch. A coach, you got to work at what you do, and you got to put that work in every single day. And that's one of the things I tried to get our guys to do. I know that's what our head coaches that I worked for did. And so I was very fortunate. We had great head coaches, but we had great assistants, and we stayed together a long time.
Yeah, no doubt. Go back to your high school days, and what are some of the great memories you had playing for Atlantic here?
Well, Coach Younger just made it so simple for me because we were running a version of the wing tee, a lot of pullers, and the defensive teams playing us, they couldn't find the ball half the time. And he worked so hard at faking it and doing those things that you do in the wing tee. And I got a lot of free rides off tackle, thanks to our players, but also the design that he put in. And he was terrific as a coach. He really was. I forget what our record was as a junior, but I know that 21 touchdown deal was my senior year, but I can't remember what I did as a junior. But it's on the records in there somewhere.
And you played with Dan Duskin, I believe, back in the day?
Well, Dan was the class of 65, and I'm the class of 67.
Yeah.
So when you look at that 65 team with Podolak at quarterback, Dan Gipple, who's here.
Yes.
Great to see him. And then Dan Duskin, Bill O'Connor, the halfbacks. I mean, we had some talent.
Oh, no doubt about it.
And we didn't lose many games here for a long time.
Coach Hayes, we used to sit down below, remember?
Yes, I do.
We had bleachers. It was a bowl back then. And what do you think of these facilities today?
I love them because my brother was the guy that captained this whole deal.
That's right, Mike. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, and I give him a lot of credit. He was wonderful in the process. He got my younger brother Joe, who's here as well, to help him out with some things. But Mike was the design guy. He did it all. And it's an outstanding facility.
It's just really unbelievable. And how the facilities have changed, and playing on synthetic turf these days, you do it more than not. Rarely do you play on natural grass. I think Atlantic plays maybe 2 games on natural grass this year, but well, great to see you here. I've never got to meet you, and I get to meet you tonight, and I heard a lot about you.
Well, I was lucky to be at a good spot with a good bunch of coaches and a good bunch of players. Because remember, I've learned a lot as a coach. When you got good players, you're going to be a good coach. That's all there is to it. You got to get good players. So on the college game, you got to go recruit.
Yeah.
And in the pro game, you got to go evaluate talent. And you can't bring in bad talent. You got to bring in talented guys that can play.
Yeah.
Like Jimmy Johnson always said, tell me what he does. And the coaches all in the draft meeting would start talking about, running the 40, high jump, all that kind of stuff, technical stuff. And he goes, I want to know one thing, guys. Can he play football? That's what Jimmy Johnson said to the Dallas Cowboys.
I can see Jimmy Johnson saying that, too. Can he play football?
Yeah,
oh,
that's
my
good.
goodness. Thank you very much. We could talk for hours.
I know. I enjoy it, too. It's fun.
Oh, great to see you. And you're retired now, or what do you do?
I've been retired for 5 years.
5 years.
My last job was with Bill Snyder at Kansas State.
Yes, sir.
His last 7 years, he quit, and then he came back. And when he came back, he calls me up, and he goes, hey, I want you to come be the defensive coordinator at Kansas State. I go, Coach, what are you doing? You're coming back in? He goes, I'm coming back in. And I said, well, where am I going to interview? And he goes, this is not an interview. You got the job. I just want you to get here. And I said, okay, I'm in. And we averaged 9 wins a year for 7 straight years.
Yeah, you guys turned it around down there. And I remember, I'm going to date myself, but I don't care. I was at Iowa. And when Hayden Fry came in, and Coach Snyder is one of them.
Right.
Coach McCarney was one of them.
Yes.
You can go on. Coach Alvarez was one of them.
Bernie Wyatt.
Bernie Wyatt. He brought the talent out of New Jersey.
He did.
And it was that was quite a crew. And of course, most of those guys went on to be outstanding.
Barry Alvarez.
Yeah.
And I'm going to the Iowa game tomorrow. That's my double duty deal. So I could come here and then get on the freeway in the morning and get there. And it's a 2:45 game or whatever. So I'll get there. And it's just a great thing. I come back to at least one game every year, and it's important to do that.
Great to be at Kenny. Go Hawks.
It's the best. Go Hawks. I'm with you.
Good to see you. Thanks for coming up.
Yeah.
Nice meeting you, Mr. Tom Hayes, outstanding high school football player, took his talents to University of Iowa and his coaching talents in the college, major college and pro football as well. Hey, our senior spotlight is coming up next. We're going to talk to one junior, Reed Woodward, tonight, and Nick Bennett, the other. Our senior spotlight brought to you by Meyer and Gross Realty. And the strength of teamwork and the reputation for results. We're back with our 2 players, Reed Woodward and Nick Bennett, coming up next.
First Winnie Bank is the longest-standing locally owned bank in Atlantic, and as such, we take pride in how we serve our community. For generations, we have been involved with our customers and their families by getting involved in community events and by supporting technology and teaching financial literacy in our schools. You'll also see our support of athletics on the scoreboards at home events. It's this involvement that allows us to know our customers and their families for generations. First Winnie Bank, the only bank you'll ever need. Member FDIC.
Does your schedule make it hard to get the kids to and from school? SWITA can help. SWITA Student Transportation is safe, easy, and affordable. Kids in grades pre-K through 12 not served by the regular school bus can ride in Atlantic, Harlan, Glenwood, and Red Oak for $1.50 each way. Register now for fall by visiting swida.com or call 1-800-842-8065.
Are you great with paperwork and have a grasp of real estate code and law? Does your schedule allow you to show a home at almost any time? Do you have a list of clients who are looking for a home? How about first-hand knowledge of properties in the market? No? Well, you're in luck because a realtor does. This is Melissa Enan with Meyer & Gross Real Estate, and having a realtor takes care of all those things and much more. It's what we do, it's who we are. Give us a call. We're here to help. Meyer & Gross Real Estate. Strength of teamwork, the reputation for results. Real estate company. The strength of teamwork, the reputation for results.
It's Reed Woodward here on the Senior Spotlight, a junior lineman for the Trojans. Reed, and let's talk about Winterset right out of the gate. What do you know? What do you see? And what do you have to do?
They're going to be tough. They're big physical up front. Their linebackers really crash. And it's going to be a tough task on the offensive line, picking up linebackers and getting the line move.
Talk about your position. I know you're playing both sides, but you started offensive line. Talk about that position, the guys you're playing with.
I'm playing right tackle, so I mainly play with Caden Crawl. He's the guard on my side. We do double teams, wedge, a lot of that. I pull a little too, changing up, getting some pulls.
You like to pull? I mean, that's going to be fun for you, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Last couple of weeks have been a little tough. How do you get that confidence back and to get back going here again?
I think we just got to take care of the ball and get the run game going, that open up pass, and then get some good field position. We've been stuck on our own 20 a lot lately.
Yeah, that's a good point. And what's it like blocking for the big guy, McLaren?
Oh, it's fun. It's fun.
I see you light up when I brought up his name. Right?
Yeah. It's always like when the play's happening, it's always like he's getting stuffed at the line, then all of a sudden he breaks free.
What's it like? I mean, you've been as an underclassman. What have you picked up? And you played a little last year. What have you picked up in the first 3 weeks that you can carry into week 4 to be successful?
Just playing hard. Effort and attitude, bringing it. Watching the D line, just the way they line up and all the blitzes and drops.
How do they line up? What do they run up front then?
They run a 4-3.
But that's nothing unusual you've seen before.
No, we saw that a lot last year, and we've seen it a couple times this year. Right?
How do you block that?
It's simple. So like when you run scissors, which is our little short trap play, the guard will kick out the D tackle, and then theoretically it's supposed to kick out the end too, block the tackle into the end. Then backside, it's just easy to get your head around, get your head and butt around, and just cut off the backside so they don't fly down and make the tackle. Then if it's open, just climb up to the linebackers.
What about on defense, Reed? You've been getting in on defense some. What about tonight?
I'll probably play a little bit, sub in a couple plays here and there, not too much.
Hey, Reed, thanks a bunch. Best of luck tonight.
Thank you.
Reed Woodward, a junior, joining us on the Senior Spotlight. This is Nick Bennett, the senior, in our Senior Spotlight, brought to you by Meyer & Gross Realty. And Nick, let's talk about facing Winterset, and what do you see here?
Yeah, they're a lot like us, in years past, watching their film. They play really physical, I think. That's probably what they've always done is they just get down, hand in the dirt kind of team, playing real physical, real hard.
So, you started, guys could start out well. You had a couple of games, with Glenwood, really good team, and then even the Greene County last week. How do you get that confidence back? And what about your leadership as a senior? What do you do to get this back?
Yeah, so both those teams you mentioned, they're really good teams. All credit to them. Yeah. I think really we just need to get out and compete. So I think all week during practice, I think pressure has really been what's stressed. Pressure on the team, they say pressure makes diamonds. So I think we're going to see who's the diamond, I guess, this week. But
I like that. And one of those diamonds that you have to pressure is Hunter Lyon, and the quarterback, and talk about what you see in him and his style.
Yeah, no, another tall quarterback. It seems like that's what we got every week, tall guys. So, we just got to get downhill, watch his hips, see where he's going, and I think we can give him some trouble. So, yeah, just got to watch him, keep an eye on him.
So he can pass and he also can run the ball, is what you're saying.
Yeah, no, I think that's pretty much what we're going to see the rest of the year. Not a lot of pocket passers per se. I think one that comes to mind, Tegan Kasperbauer from Harlan. He graduated last year. That would be one that we're seeing. He graduated. Other than that, there's really no pocket passers anymore. So that's really the problem, I guess.
Wilmus, the tailback, and he's had some success, and he seems like he can catch, and he rushed for 130 yards last week. Talk about what you see in him, then.
Yeah, no, I think he's got like 500 yards in the season. He's a guy. He's fast too. That's really what we've been looking at. Today we worked just spotting him, seeing where he's at on the field, because they'll move him around, and so really we just got to keep an eye on him and get out where he goes.
Pressure on the quarterback, though, that is maybe one of the things as far as your position as linebacker. Then.
Yeah, pressure in the quarterback. I think that's pretty much the middle linebacker way, I guess, getting into the hole and finding your way through, and being smaller. I guess it's kind of easier for me to get through, maybe just kind of weaseling in there. So getting pressure on the quarterback, I think that's the key, though. Yeah. So,
Nick, tell us about, besides football, talk about Nick Bennett, what else he likes to do outside of football.
Well, so I guess I enjoy working with kids, like we're doing here at the Little Kids, but I just like working with kids. I work at the radio station,
Yes, you do.
Yep, working there. That's a pretty good time. So I don't know. I guess I have a couple. I have too many hobbies to count, really. I do everything. Yeah.
You like to make comedic videos or something?
Yeah, just like joking around. Yeah, I guess fun guy maybe.
What about, you mentioned work with the kids here. I mean, how rewarding is that to you, and what does that mean to you? What do you want to get across to these young kids?
Oh, it's so much fun. I have a great time every day. I think really just teaching them the game of football. That's what I've been having so much fun with, and working on the youth, trying to leave the Trojan football program better than the way I found it. And just these kids are definitely, they're the future. So working on them, making them better, I think Trojan football has a lot of success ahead of it.
Nick, thank you very much. Best of luck tonight.
Thank you.
That's Nick Bennett, the linebacker for the Trojans. Hey, when we come back, we're going to have the Atlantic Locker Coaches Show. We'll hear from Atlantic head football coach Joe Brummer and Winterset head football coach Zach Sweeney. Coming up next, right here on 95.7 FM, and you can watch it live video tonight on westerniowatoday.com, KS957.
Are you great with paperwork and have a grasp of real estate code and law? Does your schedule allow you to show a home at almost any time? Do you have a list of clients who are looking for a home? How about first-hand knowledge of properties in the market? No? Well, you're in luck because a realtor does. This is Melissa Enan with Meyer & Gross Real Estate, and having a realtor takes care of all those things and much more. It's what we do, it's who we are. Give us a call. We're here to help. Meyer & Gross Real Estate. Strength of teamwork, the reputation for results.
Outfitters Plus in Atlantic is making it easier for teams, coaches, groups, and you to host your group's orders online with their online store. Custom printed shirts, sweatshirts, all of your team apparel. Outfitters will design the graphics, post them on the web, give you the link to share with your team or group, and they can order themselves, all online. No more order forms to lose, sizes to keep track of, or money to hold on to. Let Outfitters Plus set up an online store for your team or group today. Give them a call at 243-4379. That's 243-4379. Outfitters Plus in Atlantic.
Whether you are tailgating or hosting a football watch party, the most important thing is the food. Atlantic Locker has everything you need to score big at your next get-together. All beef hot dogs, skinless brats, burgers, pork burgers, and pepper rounds. For a little extra indulgence, brisket, pork butts, steaks, and baby back ribs. Or for something a little easier and just as delicious, deli meats and cheeses. If you're going to go big at your next tailgate or football party, get to Atlantic Locker, just off of 2nd Street in Atlantic.
Welcome back to the Atlantic Lockers Coaches Show with Atlantic head coach Joe Brummer. Trojans in the Winterset here in homecoming 2023 in Atlantic. And, Coach, you go back and the team opened up with a big win over Clark and played with a lot of confidence. Then ran into a tough Glenwood squad. Seemed to kind of take a little bit of the wind out of their sails. How important will it be to get off to a good start here tonight?
Yeah, no, momentum's going to be a huge thing. We got to make sure that we have some big plays early. the kids keep their head up even if we make a mistake and not just crumble. We're kind of struggling with some confidence right now. The kids need to make sure that, if one mistake's fine, but it doesn't turn into two.
Coach, as far as final non-district game, what do you want to see shored up before we start district play next week?
Defensively, we got to make sure we're being more gap sound. We're still not lining up right. We got to make sure that we're in the right spot, we're in the right gap. That Coach Satoff has done a great job putting a game plan in place for that, but the kids got to still execute it. That they're doing a good job of, on the defense side, Coach Best and Coach Satoff are coming up with the game plan, but we're not executing it to the fullest. That we got to make sure that we're executing.
Before the season started, we talked about all-state receiver Colton Rasmussen. He's going to get a lot of attention. You were right. He's double-team, triple-team. But you've got a couple of the guys like Xavier Darrow and Jared Hansen that have been coming up with big plays. What else is it going to take to get Rasmussen open?
Those guys got to make plays. We have to make sure that if they are going to double-team him, that we got to take advantage of this man-to-man matchup. That we got to make sure we make the right throw, make the right read, and make sure that we're getting to where we need to be in our route scheme.
Coach, as far as homecoming week, I know you have a routine every week, 8 weeks out of the year, but there's one week that is homecoming. A lot of fun for everyone, fans and everyone, but there's some different things going on. How do you keep the focus?
Yeah, no, we just got to make sure we try to keep the routine as close as possible. We have an old speech that Coach Mert always gave that we kind of talk about with a cake and all the stuff that's involved in the process and what goes into it. So it's definitely something more geared towards practice to talk about. But overall, it's something that we definitely emphasize and talk about the game is the important part, the game is the outcome, and make sure that practice is a priority.
Hunter Lyon, their quarterback, Wilmot's a tailback. I mean, how big of a challenge will be to contain those two guys?
Yeah, no, their 1-2 punch is pretty deadly. They do a great job of putting their guys in space that they need to. They do a good job of executing is what they do. They put their skill guys in spots that they are very successful at, that we need to make sure that we're kind of pushing them out of their comfort zone and try to make things difficult. It definitely starts up front. They got a really good O&D line that allows those guys to do that we got to play really well up front.
What about the guys on their defense? Any individuals that could be a problem you have to keep out of there?
All of them. They're dudes. They don't play a ton of guys both ways. They kind of just play platoon because they're a 4A school. That they do a really good job. You'll definitely see on film, though, that when the big plays come, they kind of get their good guys back out there. Or they're solid, fundamental athletes that they have that we got to make sure that we're executing, that we're taking things seriously and making sure that we're in the right place at the right time.
If I can ask, what is the emphasis this week for this football team?
Execution and the little things. We got to eliminate the turnovers. We got to be able to be in the right spots for our blocking assignments. We changed up a few things in the run game and personnel-wise that hopefully it pays off. Trying not to play as many guys both ways, and we'll see how it kind of pans out tonight.
Coach, thank you very much. I always appreciate your time. Best of luck.
Appreciate it. Hey, thanks, Tom.
We're back with more pregame. The Atlantic Locker Coaches Show continues. We'll talk to Winterset head coach Zach Sweeney coming up. Welcome back to the Atlantic Locker Coaches Show. We're joined by Winterset Husky head coach Zach Sweeney. Huskies coming off a 28-11 win over Carlisle last Friday night. Coach, thank you for joining us. Appreciate your time. And I want to go back to Friday night. Carlisle jumped out to an 8-0 lead, but your team bounced back. You tied it up 11-11 at halftime, and then you just kind of broke away in the second half with 14 points in that third quarter. Talk about your squad's performance on Friday night and just kind of coming out of just a small hole, able to get the win there, 28-11.
Yeah, thanks for having us and appreciate what you guys do for our kids. Yeah, big win for us. Coach Holkstra and the Wildcats are well-coached, well-prepared team, and started off a little shaky for us, so very proud of our kids. We got the opening kickoff and drove it 78 yards down the field, and then we had a kid trying to punch it in the goal line, and Carlisle's linebacker Nordhagen stripped it and went 98 yards for a touchdown, and then we were discombobulated, jumped off sides on the PAT, and then they went for two. Then we botched the next kickoff, and we're backed up inside the 10 and a short punt, but the defense just stood up and held them right there, and then kind of got things rolling. And then, like you said, in the second half, got some turnovers and turned those into touchdowns. So real proud of our kids for persevering that storm in the early first quarter, and then putting the game together.
Hunter Lyon, 7 of 12, throwing the ball, 180 yards, a couple of touchdowns. Talk about Hunter Lyon. I mean, obviously he's a big part of that offense, as well as Hank Wilmus had quite a game as well, with 27 carries, 130 yards, and 1 touch. He's versatile. He can run. He can catch it too, Coach. Talk about those two playmakers.
Yeah, absolutely. Hunter, as a sophomore, played linebacker for us and transitioned to quarterback, and neat to see that progression. He wants to be good and a student of the game, and just trying to get in that realm where he and I and the quarterback coach are all on the same page, and he just continues to keep progressing. And it's real nice to do that with the kid behind him, Hank Wilmus. Versatile, like you said. He's going to tote the rock for us. And then in the passing game, we saw a couple things we hope we could take advantage of. And Hank and Hunter had a big third down conversion on our first scoring drive. And then on our last touchdown there in the third quarter, hit a screen pass. And Hank can make you right and take her to the house. So that was fun to see.
No doubt about it. Defensively, Coach, Luke Lindy, first of all, your senior, had 1 fumble recovery. Mort Fed also. I mean, talk about the defense as well. You mentioned the stand, which says a lot about your defense, but talk about that defense a little bit and how impressed you are with this crew.
Yeah, so we kind of changed up our philosophy just a little bit and how we were going to play some fronts this year, and the kids have done a good job buying into that. But open the year against 2 really good football teams with Creston and Adele, and then that can get you to question stuff. And then with Carlisle coming in, so disciplined with the option, it was nice to see our kids lock it in. That trust word is cliche, but they played fast and started to trust each other, and gave some freedom to Luke, like you said, Lindy, and a big turnover, our first one of the year in the first half that led to a field goal. And then Luke had 2 picks there in the third quarter that led to touchdowns. And, that's that stuff that can get contagious. And our defensive line played discipline, which allows the linebackers to flow, and then your DBs to play a little more free. So very, very complimentary football on that side of the ball, which was good to see.
Luke Lindy is versatile. He's also your kicker and your punter, averaging almost 37 yards a punt. And then he's 3 for 4, obviously field goals, Coach, as you know. And he kicked a 44-yarder. This guy's got a leg, and he's only missed 1 PAT. What can you say about Lindy besides his accolades and offensive prowess? So what about his kicking?
Yeah, Luke's been a jack of all trades for us. One of those kids willing to do whatever we want with playing quarterback at younger levels, and still can jump in at wide receiver, but really said, hey, I want to play defensive back and be more than just a kicker. And I said, hey, Luke, we really need you to be a high level kicker, and he's done that. He's embraced it in the punt game, and then just reiterated with field goals, we feel like we can go anywhere. And, he sets our school record last Friday night with that 44-yarder. And that gives some kids some juice when your kicker's got some confidence and whatever word they say now, some swag to go along with it on defense. So really proud of him and his development.
Coach, Atlantic, talk about facing the Trojans here.
Yeah, man, Atlantic, Coach Brummer does a nice job. They got some quality kids over there. Just trying to get into film in the pass game with Darrow and Rasmussen. I apologize for any names I butcher. And, running back there with Hedrington and McLaren, and Parker's completing the ball at a nice percentage, around 57%. And then, on defense with 3 guys with 13 tackles, and Hansen and Becker and Sorensen, they're going to get off the ball and give us everything they can handle, much like we used to play with them back in the day in district football. Well coached in athletic for years, going back with Gaylord, and just quality people and quality play.
It was a matchup that was kind of an annual thing. It was fun, and how excited are you to rekindle that matchup again with Atlantic?
Yeah, very excited. That was going way back to date us. the first game I coached as a head coach was, or one of the first games was Atlantic. You know, way back in the day when Brett Meyer was a junior back in 2001, and just obviously quality all the way through. And then with where we're at with the bubble with 3A, 4A, you know, Coach and I had talked because, hey, rekindle this with a high probability that we'd be in district anyway, but we ended up in 4A. So nice to play someone geographically a little bit closer. You know, I told someone, you know, back in the day, Atlantic's is as far west as we used to go, but that's not the case anymore. So we'll take an Atlantic trip over the trips of the river. So.
That sounds good. Anything else you want to add? Any other keys for the Huskies here tonight?
Yeah, once we got, you know, a few turnovers, we get rolling, and it looks like, you know, I'm sure Atlantic will sure that up. Looks like they've been bit by the turnover bug. So, you know, just expect a hard-fought, good football game on a beautiful Friday night in Iowa. So we'll enjoy it.
Coach Sweeney, thank you very much. Appreciate you. And, hey, best of luck tonight.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
You bet. Zach Sweeney, head coach of the Winterset Huskies. We'll be back with Perry Fief's Keys to the Game. They're brought to you by iAssociates. That's coming up next on 95.7 FM and live video streamed on Western Iowa Today.
Whether you are tailgating or hosting a football watch party, the most important thing is the food. Atlantic Locker has everything you need to score big at your next get-together. All beef hot dogs, skinless brats, burgers, pork burgers, and pepper rounds. For a little extra indulgence, brisket, pork butts, steaks, and baby back ribs. Or for something a little easier and just as delicious, deli meats and cheeses. If you're going to go big at your next tailgate or football party, get to Atlantic Locker, just off of 2nd Street in Atlantic.
Cass Health in Atlantic, Iowa is a nationally recognized hospital, and we are proud of the awards and all of our recent accomplishments. But do you know what drives us to be the very best? You. We're passionate about helping our patients heal and feel their very best at any age and any stage of life. Cass Health, neighbors caring for neighbors.
It's said that the eyes are the windows to your soul, but do you know that your eyes are a window into your health? Hi, this is Dr. Jeff Gergen from iAssociates. It's true, during a dilated eye exam, I'll be looking at your eyes for more than just their performance on the eye chart. I recommend that adults see their eye provider at least every 2 years. Need an appointment? Call iAssociates at 243-7540. You'll clearly see the difference in how we care for our patients. You'll clearly see the difference in how we care for our patients.
And welcome back to a pregame show here, 95.7 FM and live streaming on westerniowatoday.com. Perry Fief, Kevin Ferguson joining me, Cody Weaver behind the lens here on our live video stream. That is brought to you by the guys at Greg Young Automotive Group in Atlantic. They go the extra mile. Perry Fief with our Keys to the Game, brought to you by iAssociates, with offices in Atlantic and Ottoman, and always far above your expectations. Perry, take it away.
All right, so here we go. So again, you asked me earlier, and I don't want to give away some of my keys, but all right, my first key is actually they got to play with some emotion. They didn't really show any emotion last week, it looked to me like. I mean, you gotta want to play this game. You got to have some emotion in this game. You know, that's just the way this game works. You know, you have to have emotion. My second one is, you know, they're going to have to limit the big plays. They got to keep them within 15 yards or less. Don't let them get these big plays that people are getting on us here lately. Everybody's got to be in the right position, you know, get some pressure on the quarterback, but limit the plays. And definitely, when I say limit within 15 yards, that means your personal fouls that we've been getting a lot of, because that's an automatic first down, and that's 15 yards. And my third one is kind of, I don't want to say repeating the first one, but actually, you know, play with a chip on your shoulder. These guys are on your turf. It's homecoming. This is supposed to be your game. Kind of like a rumble. You know, when you go to a rumble, you know, you want to win that rumble. And so these guys are on your turf. It's homecoming. Just play hard. Play with heart. Play with hard. don't have to be polite. It's a football game. You don't have to help everybody up every time you could tackle them. Just like in a boxing match. You want to win this, and plus it will make the dance a lot better tomorrow if you win instead of lose.
Good stuff, Barry. Hey, it's going to Kevin Ferguson there on the sideline, and Kevin, piggyback on that.
Well, if I was going to go for a piggyback ride, I would pick Perry to carry me.
Thanks, Ferg.
Hey, no problem, Perry dog. Hey, here's the deal. I think the biggest thing is the turnovers and the penalties. You can't have it. You can't have either. One is just as costly as the other. Backwards is no direction to go in football. You got to go forward. So those limitations have got to be made. Those adjustments have got to be made. You've got to play aggressive, but within yourself. And that's, to me, going to be the biggest thing that's going to keep the emotion and the momentum going in the Trojans' way.
All right, Kevin, thank you for that. And we'll have the starting lineups coming up next. They're brought to you by the First Whitney Bank, a local bank, and local employees, and local decisions. Since the beginning, the only bank you'll ever need. First Whitney Bank. Starters after this.
It's said that the eyes are the windows to your soul, but do you know that your eyes are a window into your health? Hi, this is Dr. Jeff Gergen from My Associates. It's true. During a dilated eye exam, I'll be looking at your eyes for more than just their performance on the eye chart. I recommend that adults see their eye provider at least every 2 years. Need an appointment? Call Eye Associates at 243-7540. You'll clearly see the difference in how we care for our patients.
John here from Atlantic IV. I just wanted to thank Atlantic and the surrounding communities for allowing us to serve your meat, grocery, floral, and pharmacy needs. You can be sure that we are working hard looking for deals to save you money on your groceries and at the pump. Thanks again from all of us here at your Atlantic IV for allowing us to serve your meat, grocery, floral, and pharmacy needs, and we'll see you soon.
First Whitney Bank is the longest standing locally owned bank in Atlantic, and as such, we take pride in how we serve our community. For generations, we have been involved with our customers and their families by getting involved in community events and by supporting technology and teaching financial literacy in our schools. You'll also see our support of athletics on the scoreboards at home events. It's this involvement that allows us to know our customers and their families for generations. First Whitney Bank, the only bank you'll ever need. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to pregame show on 95.7 FM and live video streamed on westerniowatoday.com. Brought to you by Greg Young Automotive Group in Atlantic. They go the extra mile. Let's take a look at the starters. Atlantic offensively is Aiden Parker, 5'11", 205, and a sophomore. At the running back, Dante Hedrington, 5'11", 205-pound senior. And the fullback is Gavin McLaren. Perry calls him Hoss, 6'2", 225-pound sophomore. At wide out, Colton Rasmussen, 6'3", 195 and a senior. This guy has scored 4 touchdowns, and he has been catching the eye of the defenses in the last couple of weeks. We'll see if he can get open tonight. Also at receiver, Kenny Jewell will start at a receiver tonight. He'll go both ways, 5'9", 150-pound junior. The tight end is Xavier Darrow, a 6'1", 215-pound junior. The center, Traven Hansen, 5'10", 205-pound junior. The guards, Colton Becker, 6', 215 senior. And Caden Crowell, 6', 175 and a junior. Your tackles, Colin Bruce, 6', 205 senior. And Reed Woodward, a 6'3", 255-pound junior. For Winterset on the offensive end, the quarterback is Hunter Lyon, 6'1", 175 and a junior. He's wearing a heavy cast, but we expect him to start. Also at fullback, Ben Porter, 5'10", 185-pound sophomore. Hank Wilmus, he had a big week last week, 5'9", 175 and a junior. The wideouts, Cade White, 6'3", 195 and a senior. And also playing at the wideout, Asher Tafoya, 6', 175 and a senior. Tight end is Jada Cooper, 6'2", 245 and a junior. The left guard, Dylan Hansen, 6', 250 senior. And the guard on the right side is Garrett Gustafson, 5'9", 230 senior. Right tackle Seth Vanderlinden, 6'1", 260 junior. And the left tackle Leo Kirkland, 6'1", 230 sophomore. Jacob Gustafson is at center. There's a Garrett Gustafson and a Jacob. Jacob's 5'9", 230 and a junior. Hey, our national anthem is coming up next. The national anthem is brought to you by Stein Seed. Stein has yield. Contact Darren Petty, your local Stein representative.
Farming is full of generational family operations.
First Windy Bank is the longest standing locally owned bank in Atlantic, and as such, we take pride in how we serve our community. For generations, we have been involved with our customers and their families by getting involved in community events and by supporting technology and teaching financial literacy in our schools. You'll also see our support of athletics on the scoreboards at home events. It's this involvement that allows us to know our customers and their families for generations. First Windy Bank, the only bank you'll ever need. Member FDIC.
So you're having trouble hearing. Well, let me ask you, when was your last hearing test? Maybe back in grade school? You know, hearing loss is usually gradual. Maybe you miss a word or two in conversation, or maybe you struggle when talking on the phone. Sometimes you miss out while with your favorite people. You can get ahead of hearing loss. And if you're 50 or over, even if you're not having issues, it's a good time to have an evaluation. Get a baseline of where your hearing stands. Call today to hear more. ASI, with offices in Atlantic, Audubon, and Carroll.
Partner with the undisputed leader in Enlist E3 soybean genetics. With exceptional yield and value, neighbor-friendly weed control, and more new elite genetics developed faster, Stein can help you maximize profits on every acre you plant. Discover yield plus experience with Stein Enlist E3 soybeans. Learn more at steinseed.com. Stein has yield.
Contact Trey Bricks at 249-2503.
Welcome back to pregame show on 95.7 FM and live video streamed on westerniowatoday.com. Trojans coming out. We'll have our national anthem here in a moment, and then we'll get to our ASI opening kickoff. Just moments away, and the Trojans running through the big banner down there with the flag. You talked about enthusiasm, Perry. We saw a little bit more of that during our pregame warm-ups, and Gavin McLaren, the sophomore fullback, carrying the American flag here onto the field. We'll have our national anthem coming up here in just a little bit. Let's finish up our starting lineups, and we're going to take a look at the defenses here for Atlantic. The linebacker, Tyson O'Brien, 5'11", 195 out of junior. Also at linebacker, Colton Becker, 6'2", 215 and a senior. He's wearing 51 now because he'll start at guard as well. And at linebacker, Nick Bennett, 5'8", 175 and a senior. Corners, Colton Rasmussen getting a start at cornerback tonight. Rasmussen, 6'3", 195 and a senior. And the other corner, Shelton Amalia, 6'3", 180 sophomore. Your safeties, Kennick Jewell, 5'9", 150. And a junior, and Nolan Waters, the other safety, 5'9", 170 and a senior. So you see a little bit of a difference in that defensive backfield here. And Reed Flasick will get a start tonight. Reed, 6'5", 300 junior. Evan Sorensen, 5'11", 245 and a junior. And Cohen Bruce at the D-end, 6', 205 and a senior. And Xavier Darrow at D-end, 6'1", 215 and a senior. We'll get Winterset's defense in as well. We'll keep it right here for the playing of our national anthem by the Atlantic High School Marching Band. Listen in. Nicely done by the Trojan Guard. Our national anthem brought to you by Stein Seed. Stein has yield. Contact Darren Petty, your local Stein representative. Well, we'll get back to the opening kickoff. It's coming up here shortly. That is brought to you by ASI. Don't miss the sound of the opening kickoff. See audiologist Doug Leonard of ASI.
Partner with the undisputed leader in Enlist E3 soybean genetics. With exceptional yield and value, neighbor-friendly weed control, and more new elite genetics developed faster, Stein can help you maximize profits on every acre you plant. Discover yield plus experience with Stein Enlist E3 soybeans. Learn more at steinseed.com. Stein has yield.
Contact Trey Bricks at 249-2503.
When it comes to getting you the best coverage for the best price, we work with 15 different insurance carriers. Why so many? Because one size does not fit all, nor does one carrier fit every need. As your agent, we will work to find you the best coverage for the best price, and inform you of other options available as well. For home, auto, farm, crop, business, life, or health, we want to be your agent. From coverage through claims, choose Armor Insurance in Atlantic, Griswold, Council Bluffs. Give us a call at 712-243-1951. We're here to protect you.
So you're having trouble hearing. Well, let me ask you, when was your last hearing test? Maybe back in grade school? You know, hearing loss is usually gradual. Maybe you miss a word or two in conversation, or maybe you struggle when talking on the phone. Sometimes you miss out while with your favorite people. You can get ahead of hearing loss. And if you're 50 or over, even if you're not having issues, it's a good time to have an evaluation. Get a baseline of where your hearing stands. Call today to hear more. ASI, with offices in Atlantic, Audubon, and Carroll.
Captains go to the center of the field at the 50-yard line, right of the Trojan head, and they'll flip the coin. Winterset defensively, the linebackers, Tate Thompson, 5'11", 180 senior. Lane Hockett, 5'10", 185 and a junior. Wyatt Swanson, 6', 170 and a sophomore. Kane Kibberts, 5'10", 175 and a junior. Also Carson Bellamy, we'll see him in there at 6', 220 and a senior. Your cornerbacks, Luke Lindy, 6'2", 160 senior. He can also kick. He had a 44-yarder last week. Gage Alcorn, 6', 160 senior at the other corner. Your free safety is Zach Mortvet, 6'1", 195 and a senior. And the guys on the D-line, Charlie Anchor, 6', 305 and a senior. Evan Cloak, 6'1", 286 senior. Carter McDonald, 6'2", 210 senior. And Jaden Cooper, 6'2", 245 and a junior. And we're going to see here who is going to get the hands their ball to start the game. The referee is positioning the teams here. He's going to step over to Atlantic. Atlantic did win the toss. They're going to defer. They're going to go on defense to start the game. And Winterset will receive. They'll move left to right of the radio, and they'll defend the north goal as you're watching this game as well. So it's going to be Atlantic kicking off to start the game. Perry Fief, here we go.
It's about time. I've been here since 5. I'm ready to see. Oh, well, we watched the freshmen, but I'm ready to see. I wanted to see how these guys come out, fired up or not.
Winterset won that freshman game 30-6 over the Trojans. Winterset and Atlantic with similar colors. The Huskies with their white jerseys, black pants, black hats with the gold emblems. Atlantic all black tonight with the white numbers and black helmets. And they'll kick it away. We saw a number of guys kicking. Trevin Hansen was kicking some, and Hayden Thompson is the normal kicker. We'll see if Hayden comes out here to kick it off for Atlantic. But as I mentioned, Hansen, who wears number 66 front and back, was doing some kicking as well. And the D-backs for the Huskies now, is we're going to see standing about the 10-yard line as the Huskies receiving, and it's going to be Hayden Thompson. He'll kick it away.
That's right. Okay, yeah.
D-backs for Winterset. Wyatt Swanson to the far side, and Jude Garrell. Jude, 5'7", 125 and a sophomore, but I imagine he can scoot. And we're getting ready to go here. Welcome to the broadcast. Great to have you along. Atlantic and Winterset, a huge crowd tonight for Atlantic.
Humongous.
A packed house. Here we go. Thompson kick away. Gurwell will scoop it up at the 21. Drops the football, and Gurwell able to pounce on it at the 23-yard line. That one hit a bad bounce for Gurwell. Was able to have the wherewithal to pounce on it, and the Huskies have a first down at 10th and 23.
Our kickoff team was ready for him to pick it up and run, and when he muffed it, he wasn't ready to scoop it or jump on it because he was ready to make the tackle.
So the quarterback is going to be Hunter Lyon.
Okay.
Outstanding job. He's got a cast on his arm.
You're right. So I can say this, right, without getting in trouble from the fans. When you see someone with a problem, you go after that problem.
Cooper wide left, trips to the near side for the Huskies. And Lion out of the shotgun, takes it, fires on a slant, caught. Oh, Cooper dropped the football. He was open in the slant pattern, and Lion drilled it, but it popped in out of Cooper's hands. Second down and 10, Huskies at their own 24 is where they're going to spot the football, Barry.
So they're saying he's not going under center because there's no way he can grab the ball, the quarterback, and definitely ain't going to run.
So Cooper will step out. Second down and 10. Second play of the game. They'll send one receiver to tight end spot on the near side. That's Logan Thompson. Here's a snap to Hunter Lyon. He'll fire. Caught at the 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Becker running it down at the 50. It pushes him out of bounds at the Trojan 45-yard line. And a big play right out of the gate there on the second play of the drive. And Lyon, despite having that cast, he can throw it. And a big play for the Huskies.
Huge play. I went way over 15 yards, so there's one of my keys.
Mark the ball at the 46 of Atlantic and a brown shoe fit. First down. Here we go. Ball at the 46 of Atlantic. They'll send two receivers left. White is wide left. Cooper now back in is wide right. The ball on the far hash. Here's a snap. Here's the throw. It is incomplete, and we had a new quarterback in there. No, it wasn't Hunter Lyon. It was Hunter Lyon. There you go. He threw it. Overthrew his target. That was Cooper.
I think it got hit at the line, or it looked like someone jumped and it might have hit it a little bit.
So second down and 10 for the Huskies. 11:46 to go. First quarter of the Seed Pro scoreboard. They'll send LaFoya wide right, Cooper in the slot right. Two receivers left. Lyon the gun takes it, looks to throw. Now he's going to run the football across the 45. Spun down inside the 45 at about the 43-yard line. They're going to say his knee went down at the 44. A gain of just 2, 3rd and 8.
So he will run, okay. He's free game.
3rd down and 8 for the Huskies. Zach Swinney, head coach for Winterset. They'll send one receiver far to the left side. That is Cade White, the 6'3", 195-pound senior. Lyon takes a snap, a bullet to Cooper, and it is caught inside the 15-10. He's brought down at about the 3-yard line. A shoestring tackle by Tyson O'Brien, but how about that catch by Jaden Cooper, the 6'2", 245-pound junior, and Lyon thread the needle.
He big boy, too. I mean, that was a good catch, a good throw. I thought maybe we were going to get some pressure on the quarterback, but didn't quite get there.
10:49 to go, first quarter. The Seed Pro scoreboard. The Huskies threatening with the first and goal at the Trojan 3-yard line. They'll send Connor Vaughn wide right. Underneath the center, new quarterback there is Lindy. And Lindy hands off to his fullback, and we're waiting. Yep, touchdown Huskies. So it was Porter who got the call, and Porter who scores. And the Huskies are on top 6-0, just like that, Perry Fief.
Wow. It's obvious with 4s in there, he's going to throw all the time, the way it looks.
Well, Lindy is the kicker. He plays defensive back, and they really cherish him as their field goal kicker with a 44-yard record-setting field goal a week ago against Carlisle. And the extra point by Lindy coming up. The holder is Michael Sentz. Luke Lindy, 6'2", 160 senior, the soccer player. Sat, kick, up, and it is no good. Lindy missed the kick. Wide left. Let's go to the sidelines and Kevin Ferguson talk about that play.
Well, hey, that was quite the pass, wasn't it? A little fade to the corner. Good defense, but the pass was right where it had to be, guys. And, you know, when they make a good play, they make a good play. So at least they're in the right spot. As far as that kicker, Tom, I'm watching him during warm-ups. He was doinking them and putting them through from the 40-yard line.
Yeah, I watched him set up.
He's got a leg.
He's got a leg. We'll keep it right here. A 3-yard run by the fullback for the Huskies, Ben Porter. And Winterset takes a 6-0 lead after the failed extra point.
As soon as the play is done, do it and start it. Okay? Thank you.
Winterset over Atlantic here 6-0 as the
did you catch that?
Referee
is mic'd up.
He's mic'd up tonight, so we'll be able to hear not only the signal but what the penalty is, and hopefully you don't have too many of those tonight, huh?
Oh, please not.
Lindy to kick it off. Kennick Jewell to the far side for Atlantic. He stands on his 2-yard line. Tristan Hayes The other deep back for the Trojans, Lindy. He can kick it into the end zone. Here's the kick on the way. It's going to be short. And it's Jewell at the 5. He'll move to 10, 15, gets to 20, 25. Flag is thrown and spins to 29. A good return by Kenny Jewell, but a flag is thrown back at the 23.
Well, you know what that is. I'm going to be holding. Or blocking the back, my bad.
Here we go. We talked about the penalties in the pregame and on your keys as well. And we're going to mark that from the 18-yard line. So it'll be half the distance for the Trojans. 10:26 to go here in this opening quarter. And Cooper with the catch. Jaden Cooper, the big guy.
First down.
Lyon thread the needle. And Cooper able to get in the end zone for the score. Extra point was missed. Hunter Lyon with his 3rd touchdown pass of the season is not thrown an interception. He has been accurate. No interceptions this year.
Wow.
They'll take the ball back to the 13-yard line. Atlantic has some work to do. Down 6-0 on the Save Pros scoreboard. Here they come.
That's 73 fills out his pads.
Yeah, he's a big guy. Here they come. High backfield. Under center is Zayden Parker, the sophomore QB. In motion, Rasmussen back near side. And a play action. They're going to toss it back to Zayden Parker. Throws in the middle, incomplete. And he was under duress.
Oh, big time. I don't know if that was supposed to be a center screen. Flea flicker? I have no idea what that play was.
They had a handoff the fullback, and he pitched it back to Zayden Parker. And I believe that pass might have been deflected at the line of scrimmage, but what a great surge by the Huskies defensive line. Kenny Jewell will bring the play in. 10:22 to go first quarter. Clock stopped on the incomplete pass. Huskies up 6-0 on the Seed Pros scoreboard. Here comes Atlantic. 2nd down and 10, put on 12-yard line. Parker, the quarterback, will set under center. High backfield behind him. He's going to give it to Dante Hedrington. He puts his head down and gets up to the 14-yard line for just a couple of stingy yards. 3rd down and 8 for Atlantic.
Hendrickson, the ball carrier.
And 3rd down is going to be a big thing in this game, Perry.
Right, exactly. I mean,
Not by anchor.
I know they wanted to kind of throw him off balance and do a trick play right off the bat, but you've got to fill out how that's defensive line because they are some big boys.
Goodrich checks in a receiver along with Tristan Hayes on a 3rd down and 8 from the Trojan 14-yard line. 9:50 to go here in this first quarter. 12 seconds on the play clock. Atlantic will set up with Rasmussen. They got to get Rasmussen the ball. Trip receivers left. Lone setback is Gavin McLaren. In motion, Hayes to the right. Here's the snap to Parker. Looks to throw, fires over the middle. It's incomplete. Bellamy, the linebacker, was tailing him, and Mort Bett was there to smack him if you got the ball, and Kenny Jewell was the intended target. And 4th down and 8 for Atlantic.
Jewell got a hand on it.
He got a hand on it.
But that ball was thrown hard. Did you see? He threw it nice and hard.
So Rasmussen will punt for the Trojans. He'll stand back on his 1-yard line. Deep back for the Huskies, Jude Gurwell. Here's the punt, a line drive. Gurwell can return this one. He picks it up on a bounce, 45-40. Cuts to the left side, 35. He's stripped up and spun down at about the 31. We'll see where they mark the football. But great field position for Winterset.
Anyway. We got a flag down.
Flag on the play.
Another flag thrown back at the 43-yard line of Atlantic. Gurwell on the return, and that was just a line drive punt, and he was looking at his chops, and he got a good return.
He
down
needs
to 31.
Get that up a little bit so we can get some guys down there. But, hey, first punt.
It's going to be against Winterset, holding against the Huskies. A 10-yard penalty. That's going to be taken from the 43-yard line with 9:28 to go first quarter. Well, Winterset made quick work on the opening drive. The big play.
Return team, 10-yard penalty. First down.
It's going to be a first down and 10, but not quite the field position that Winterset had. They'll take it back to 40-70-yard line. It'll be a first down and 10. If Brown Chief had a first down. Cooper was the big receiver that set up that play at the 3, and then Porter finished it off.
Yeah, like that. I mean, that quarterback, he can throw the ball with a bad hand and all. He's winged, and he still can throw it.
Hunter Lyon, the quarterback, came into the game with 470 yards of passing, averaging 15.1 yards a play. Here's a toss, caught on the far side, the 50, inside the 45, down the 44-yard line. Another positive play for the Huskies, and that was 2nd down and short. 2nd and 2 from the 45 of Atlantic. We'll see what they bring up here with Hunter Lyon. 9:09 to go in the first quarter. The State Pros scoreboard 6-0 Winterset.
I have to give Winterset's line credit because they're protecting that quarterback pretty well. We are not getting really a big pass rush on him.
Carter McDonald made the catch for Winterset. Second down and 2. Now the gun, Lyon takes it. He's going to look to throw. Rolls right. He's in trouble. And he's going to be spun down by Xavier Darrow back at the 43. Whoa, was that a big play defensively by Xavier Darrow. Let's go down the sidelines and Kevin Ferguson. Fergie?
Hey, when you shoot the gap and guess it right, good things can happen, and that's exactly what happened. Darrow has really, the last couple of weeks, kind of stepped up his game, I would say. And, Tom, I just wanted to bring a little bit of statistics to your mind that you probably didn't know. I've never...
We didn't catch that. You cut out, but we'll.
Oh, okay. I'll come back. I've never thrown an interception.
Nope. Not from the line. Third down and 13. Here's Lyon. He's going to keep it. Gets to 45, and he's spun down right there. They're going to mark at the 46 for a gain of 3. What a job of the defense. Wilma's the ball carrier, so it's going to be 4th down, 11. How about the defense for Atlantic?
You can tell they're going to run because they bring in a quarterback with both hands. So
that time Wilma stepped up.
Yeah,
it was Wilma's who
was the quarterback.
Was playing for Hunter Lyon. They're going to be switching those guys back and forth, and that was Wildcat all the way, guys.
Oh, yeah.
So it's 7:34 to go in the first, and Atlantic with a good defensive stand here now. We'll see if they can get some momentum. As Kenny Jewell is deep to the near side, Tristan Hayes to the far side. They stand back on the 15-yard line. And the punt forthcoming for Winterset. So there was quarterback that time was Wilmus, the running back. Had 130 yards a week ago, rushing, 114 receiving. Here's a snap, and the punt is away by Lindy. And it's going to bounce to the 20-yard line, down to the 10, and it is going to be Tafoya. Well, down it for Winterset at the 5-yard line. Again, Atlantic has a lot of real estate ahead of him.
Oh, he got that in there really good. I mean, that was a good punt. Got a good roll.
Trojans went aerial that first drive, and they got to get that running game going to help set up that pass, Perry.
Yeah, well, you need to get Haas.
We'll see if they give it to the big guy, Haas, the 225-pound sophomore. The ball in the near hash mark with 7:18 to play, first quarter. 6-0 Winterset, the State Pros scoreboard. Rasmussen wide left, Hayes wide right. High backfield behind Parker. And the handoff is to the big guy, McLaren. He's banging away across the 10 or the 7-8-yard line. He all on his own. He got a couple.
Yeah. Bounced off what? Four tacklers?
And Ryan Cloak, the 6'1", 286-pound senior, was in the vicinity. Also, you've got Anchor. He was there helping out, cheering him on, but Cloak made the stop. 2nd down and 7 for the Trojans. Under 7 to go, first quarter. The ball on their own 70-yard line, down 6-0. Under center, Parker. Here's the snap. Here's Dante Hedrington following the block. Now he cuts back left side, dance across the 10, and gets up to the 11-yard line. He picked up 4. It'll be 3rd down for the Trojans. They're going to mark the ball just beyond the 11-yard line. And it's going to be 3rd and 3, a big 3rd down play here.
Yeah. Now, that's good. I mean, I know the first run didn't work, but you're getting some yardage here.
3rd and 3 Atlantic, 6:16 to play, first quarter. Rasmussen wide left, one receiver right. Parker the quarterback. Here's the handoff to McLaren. He's going to bang his way up to 15. He has the first down, I believe. It's going to be close. How about that, Fergie?
Hoist down. What down? First down.
Here we go. Thank you, Fergie. Right there.
And
right
McLaren,
there.
Haas got it all. he did get through the hole, but I mean, it's fun watching him run and watch 3 big guys try and take him down. That's cool.
Only a sophomore is Gavin McLaren. First down at 10 Atlantic. A Brown shoot for first down. Hayes wide right. Rasmussen wide left. Under center, Zayden Parker. Eye backfield behind him. And a play action, option play. Parker in trouble, and he's going to be thrown for a loss back inside the 10. Bellamy, the linebacker, got through. And the Trojans go backwards inside the 11 down to the 10-yard line. And that's going to bring maybe 2nd down and 15 for the Trojans. So what a job by Bellamy.
Oh, no kidding. That was an... I don't think... Yeah, that was... 58, he's a pretty good linebacker. He's all over. He's a good rover.
Solo stop for Bellamy, a tackle for loss, notched that in the books for him. One setback, and that's Dante Hedrington. Under center is Aiden Parker. He'll take the snap, pitch to Hedrington. He lost the football. It's going to go into the end zone. Hedrington, I believe, got it's going to be a safety. And that missed extra point is going to be negated now as the Huskies get 2.
Wow. I don't know if it was this bad pitch or I didn't quite catch it.
So it's going to be a safety, and Atlantic will have to kick it away to the Huskies. They're up 8-0 with 4:47 to play in the first quarter. Atlantic will kick it away. We'll take a 30-second timeout. We're back right after this at 95.7 FM and live video stream on westerniowatoday.com.
From start to finish, let Aiken Design Center help you with your kitchen or bathroom ideas. For new designs or remodels, Aiken Design Center will work with you or your contractor to make your dream a reality. If you're not sure what you want, stop into our showroom so our custom designers can help you find what will suit your needs as well as your budget. The Aiken Design Center staff is committed to quality design while meeting your needs. Stop into Aiken today to find out how we can help.
In Atlantic and Carroll.
Welcome back to Trojan Bowl. Tom Robinson, Perry Fief, Kevin Ferguson, Cody Weaver behind the camera. 4:47 to go in the first quarter. Winterset now leading 8-0 on the Seed Pros scoreboard. And Rasmussen will punt it from his 20-yard line after the safety. Trojans need a good punt here, and there it is, a high spiraling punt. Fair catch called for at the 41-yard line by Jude Gurwell. And that's where the Huskies will start. They've had great field position, their own 41 here.
Yeah, they have. I mean, but we stopped them last time. So, I mean, I think the defense is settling down.
The football at the 41, first down and 10. Cam leading Coon Rapids Bayard 8-0. Winterset over Atlantic here 8-0. HSTW leading Underwood 6-0. And Harlan up 7-3 over Sergeant Bluff Luton. 4:45 to go. Here's the snap back. And the keeper across the 40. And Mortvet, the 45, spins off a tackle to get to the 40-70-yard line. They're using a lot of different guys back there. Now that Wildcat for the injured Hunter Lyon. And Mortvet, that time on the quarterback keeper of the Wildcat, gets to the 40-70-yard line. And a pickup of 6. It's going to be 2nd and 4.
But I don't see, I think 30 now is going to be the quarterback.
And we saw him take some snaps. That's Drake McDonald. And he is going to be the QB here. He'll duck under center with high backfield. Porter and Wilmus in the backfield. Watch for the run, and here's Wilmus off the left side. He gets into a crowd of Trojans. He got a yard, and that was it to the 48. Atlantic defense turned the Huskies away the last time, and they're pinning their ears back and got a big stop there. Now 3rd down and 3 for Winterset at their own 40-70-yard line.
So now who's the quarterback?
We'll see who will take the snap here. McDonald, I believe, is, we'll check that.
That's the kicker.
They're rolling him. That's Lindy. You're right. Handoff Wilmus, and he dodges across the 49-yard line. It's going to be close, if not a first down. So Wilmus got the call, the tailback.
He hurdled.
I don't believe he got it. He didn't get a good spot. They're going to mark it back just outside the Trojan 49. It's going to be 4th down and about a half a yard. We'll see what Coach Sweeney does here.
I mean, he's
going to go. He's going to go.
Oh, yeah. Got nothing to lose. You're at the 50-yard line.
Connor Vaughn will bring the play in.
Hard count. Watch the hard count.
Lindy will be the quarterback. Here come the Huskies. Trojan crowd, a big crowd here. 4th down in the yard for the 49 of Atlantic. Here's the snap. Hand off to Porter, and he gets the throw. I don't know. He was smothered. Good pursuit by the Trojans, O'Brien and Darrell. And we'll see where they mark it. I don't know. It is going to be, they're going to have to measure this one, Kevin Ferguson. Let's see if you can get your eyeball on this.
They're going to have to.
Atlantic ball.
Trojans get the football back.
They got to bring the chains all the way over.
Yep, check that. They're going to measure. Fergie says it's going to be Atlantic's football on downs. If that's the case, it'll be their second stop.
Tom, I'm not so sure about that.
I say you're right there.
Yeah, I got my right here.
You get your cheaters on?
Winterset took an early lead on a 3-yard run by Penn Porter. That was set up by a big pass play to Jaden Cooper from Hunter Lyon. Porter scored the touchdown, then the safety, 8-0. Huskies with the lead. They're going to bring the chains across, and Kevin is thinking maybe it's going to be a first down.
Well, if it's less than that, probably a half a length of chain, I'm telling you.
It all came down to the spot. Wilmus carried the football. Here's the stretch of the chains, and it is
short.
Boy, Fergie, you called it. Why did? Good call, Fergie. Wow.
The cheaters work, Ferg.
Well, the Trojans have great field position here. For once at their own 49, Barry.
Nice. Finally, we got some. That's a nice deal. That's a great job by that defense.
Yeah, Fergie, let's go down to you again. What about that defensive line?
Hey, we talk about it all the time. It doesn't matter what your level. As a matter of fact, we heard Tom Hayes talk about it. It all starts at the line, offense and defense, and these guys had a little mojo, Barry.
There we go.
Here we go. First down at 10, Atlantic at their own 49-yard line. Parker will work out of the shotgun now with McLaren in the backfield. Snap. Parker rolls right. He'll fire. It is caught across the 46 to the 45 to Tristan Hayes, a gain of 6. Second and 4, and a flag is thrown back at the Trojan 46. He'll be holding.
Yeah, we're going to have a holding.
Well, it was a nice pass by Parker. Hayes made the grab, but they're going to move it back. It'll be a 10-yard holding penalty on Atlantic. Their second penalty here in the ball game. They've been penalized twice for 20.
Offense. Penalty. 3-point first down.
So it's going to be backed up from the 41 all the way down to the, or from the down to the 39-yard line of Atlantic. It'll be first down and 20. 2:43 to go here in this first quarter of the Seed Pros scoreboard. Atlantic able to turn Winterset away for the second consecutive time.
The defense is doing their job.
Rasmussen wide left, 3 receivers to the right. McLaren the setback to the right side of Parker. Snap to Parker, give it to McLaren. Tries to find a seam and dives for it across the 42-yard line. It gets to the 43. Second down for the Trojans. 2:19 to go. First quarter, 8-0 Huskies. Second and 17 for Atlantic. Parker will join the huddle. He's got to tie his shoe here. 20 on the play clock. He better be good at that.
Let's go. Get some tape on them shoestrings.
Parker out again. Atlantic trip receivers to the right. Rasmussen left. He's picked up by Hawkett. Here's the snap. Here's the throw by Parker. They're going to go deep to Rasmussen, and it is caught inside the 35. He said he stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, it was close, but he was out.
Well, he may want to go back again because he was open. And Parker's got the arm. Mort Vett was on the coverage for Winterset as well as Kane Kibberts. Kibberts was there as well. A third down, 17 for Atlantic, back of the 43-yard line of the Trojans. So Parker will rejoin the huddle.
Well, it was nice he had some time, too. So it looked like the offensive line gave him some time to throw the ball, which was good for the offensive line.
1:46 to play. First quarter. Winterset up 8-0 on the Seed Pros scoreboard. Out of the gun is Aiden Parker. 3 receivers right. Snap to Parker. He's going to throw it. Here it is. It is caught by Jewell inside the 50 down the 48 of Winterset. Inside the line of gains, but he's not going to have a first down. It's going to be fourth down. And the football at the 48 of the Huskies. So they're going to have to punt the football.
Yeah.
Trying to gain some field position with 1:25 left in the first quarter. A fourth down and 8 for Atlantic.
This looks to me like Parker's throwing with a little more aggression. I mean, he's more confident on his throws than he was last week.
You're right, Perry. Looks sharp tonight. Gurwell deep. Snap back to Rasmussen. It's blocked by Kibberts.
Go get it.
The ball is loose. It'll roll out of bounds. And Kane Kibberts came in to get the block on special teams. What a big play for the Huskies. And Winterset has the ball first down and 10 at the Trojan 40-70-yard line.
It's a good thing this is turf because I think we're going to wear out the middle of the field. If this was grass, you'd be wearing it out.
1:03 left to go, first quarter. The Seed Pros scoreboard, and Kibberts with the big block. Otherwise, Atlantic could have buried the Huskies for the first time here in the first quarter. Fourth drive for Winterset. They scored in the first, and Atlantic has turned them away twice in a row. Defense back out of the field again. 3 receivers left. 1 right. The quarterback is Hunter Lyon. He's going to fire left, and is incomplete. The intended target to Cade White. Rasmussen, who started corner tonight, on the defense. 2nd and 10 for Winterset, the 47-yard line of Atlantic. 1 minute to go here in this first quarter. Homecoming tonight here in Atlantic. Our temperature 68 degrees with partly cloudy skies. 2nd and 10. The ball at the 47, the Trojans snap. Pitch. McDonald pitches to Wilmus, trying to get the edge, and he gets across the 45. Down about the 44-yard line. Nick Bennett was chasing him down and made the stop. A gain of 4, 3rd down and 6 for the Huskies.
The offensive line for Winterset had a good wall, but our boys just kind of broke through the wall, which was a great job.
Atlantic strung it out. I think Wilmus wanted to get around that edge. And
that's the word I was looking for. They strung it out.
So it's going to be 3rd down and 6. The ball at the 44 of Atlantic. Trojans trying to turn the Huskies away for the 3rd straight time. Lindy, the quarterback, now under center. Wishbone sat. Hand off to Porter, and he gets just stingy yards to the 43. Good job of the Trojan defense again. That's going to bring up a 4th down.
Now, they went for it last time when they were on this side, so do you think they'll go for it again?
I do. A 4th down and 4. The ball at the 42-yard line. We'll see, unless Coach Sweeney wants to bury the Trojans. And that's it here in the first quarter. 8-0 Winterset. Trojan defense has been playing solid here. We're back in a minute with the second quarter, 95.7 FM, and live video streamed at westerniowatoday.com.
Olson's Outdoor Power is your one-stop service and equipment shop for all things outdoor. We sell the best power sports products in the business, from Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, and Ski-Doo, trailers to tackle any job from H&H, Triton, and Wilson, and we continue to lead the way in lawn and garden equipment with great products from Exmark, Dixie Chopper, Husqvarna, Cub Cadet, Steel, and Echo. Add factory-trained technicians in 2 locations, and it's easy to see why Olson's Outdoor Power is the leader in all things outdoor. Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
Get to the Super Bowl in Atlantic for a great night of entertainment. League teams are forming now. If you don't have a team and still want to compete, you can sign up and Dan will find a team for you. Stop by or call 712-243-4656. And the Super Bowl is not just for leagues. It's a fantastic place for parties. And as always, Glow Bowling on Friday and Saturday nights.
Newton and John Becker.
Winterset's going to kick the football, and the punt is away. Fair catch by Jewell at the 10. Well, Atlantic for the 3rd straight time turns the Huskies away.
Yeah, I think Satoff's kind of got the kids dialed in, is probably what I want to say. I mean, yeah, that first drive, but that's the jitters coming. But after that, now I think they kind of got some things snuffed out.
So Parker will bring the play in. A touchdown by Porter and a safety, and the Huskies lead 8-0. As we start the second quarter of play, 5 seconds in. Atlantic again with their backs against the wall on 1st and 10 from the 11. Tristan Hayes wide right, Rasmussen wide left, back to the I backfield. Parker under center, and I believe he fumbled the football, and see if he got it back. Winterset, no. And it looks like it's going to be Atlantic's ball, despite Carter McDonald.
There's a flag anyway.
Coming up with it. Flag, illegal procedure, Atlantic.
Well, that's the first time we are glad there is a flag.
Back 5 yards to 6. First down and 15 for the Trojans.
I mean, I don't want to sound negative. I'm not, but I wonder if Nebraska's offense and Atlantic's offense swap playbooks. I don't. Everybody's fumbling anymore.
11:54 to go here in this first half. Atlantic will send Rasmussen wide right, Tristan Hayes left. Parker under center, I backfield behind him. Snap, pitch. Hendrington has a block from McLaren, cuts inside across the 10, gets to the 12 and drives for the 15.
That was a good run there, good block.
Got a lot of yards back. It's going to be second, and 7.
Stop by Alcorn.
Alcorn made the stop. The ball at the 15-yard line.
He ran hard.
He did run hard. Hedrington with the ball carrier for Atlantic. And now it's going to bring up a second down. The ball is spotted on the 15-yard line of the Trojans. 2nd and 5 for Atlantic. Under center, Parker. He'll turn, hand off to McLaren across the 20 to the 21. And he didn't get the first down, but he got a chunk of yards. It's going to be 3rd and 1 for Atlantic. McLaren running hard if the Trojans.
Well, we had a heck of a block. I think it was, I don't know who's on our left side to guard. I can't remember who that is, but he pile drived 73, and it knocked his helmet off. He hit him so hard.
And that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 1. The Trojans have the ball on their own 20-yard line. Trying to get the first down and 10. They'll send Hayes wide right, Rasmussen wide left. High backfield. They're going to go to Haas here, I'm sure. Here it is. Hand off McLaren. He gets across the 20, 22, 23. And a first down and 10 for the Trojans. The Brown shoe fit first down. How about that?
That's nice. Again, they went on that, going on that left side, and in the middle left side, and put his head down, and there's just big enough hole to get through.
Big guy Cloak made the stop. Cloak is 6'1", 286 senior. That D tackle on the left side. First down and 10 Atlantic, 10:22 to go in the first half. 8-0 Winterset on the Seed Pros scoreboard. They'll send one receiver right, that's Ritter. Wide left is Rasmussen. Ducking under center, Parker. The lone setback is Hedrington. And here's the snap, here's the throw to Rasmussen. Caught, and he knocked out of his hand. What a great fake. And Rasmussen had it, but a great defensive play on that far sideline by Lindy. And Tafoya was there as well. This could bring up a 2nd and 10, Perry.
And what I'm liking is we know Rasmussen's better when the ball is high, so he can go up to get it instead of throwing it right at him. And that's what they're doing. They're throwing it a little high so he can go up and get it, but there's a good defensive play.
Well, and you're right, and he's got the height advantage on most cornerbacks at 6'3". 2nd and 10, Atlantic at their own 23-yard line. High backfield, snap. Give McLaren, pounds his way across the 25 to 26. 3 on the play, 3rd down and 7 for the Trojans. And Hayes, Jewell, and Goodrich will check in as receiving corps for the Trojans. 9:46 to go here in this first half.
74, that big 74, he's like ragweed. You can't get rid of him. He's just there all the time in the middle.
That's Ryan Cloak. 73 is Charlie Anchor. 3rd down and 7. Together, those guys weigh over 500 pounds combined. They're big guys.
There's the beef.
From the 26, snap to Parker. Wants to throw. Fires over the middle, and it is intercepted. Intercepted by Lindy at the 40. Inside the 35 or 40-yard line, he's dropped there. Jewell and Goodrich made the stop, and a pick by the Huskies. They have it a first down and 10 at the Trojan 40-yard line.
Wow. The kicker intercepted it. He's a pretty good all-around player, isn't he?
Boy, he kicks. He's taking some snaps under center. And he plays a mean defensive back. Lindy with the pick for the Huskies.
Well, our quarterback was under pressure, too. Big time.
So Winterset will have the ball first down and 10 at the 40-yard line. Yeah, Huskies got a good defensive presence there on Zayden Parker. Lindy the quarterback, and the wishbone set. Mortbet is the up back. And the play action pass, he's going to roll right, fires, and it is caught. Oh, Cooper bounced off his pad. He was wide open to the 30. He would have had a Brown shoe fit first down there.
Oh, yeah.
Pass intended for Cooper. Incomplete.
2nd down and 10, Winterset at the Trojan 40. Out comes Flasick. He had a good game last week against Greene County, and he got a start tonight for that performance. The ball to the 40 of Atlantic on a 2nd down and 10. Wide to the right side is Logan Thompson. And they'll send Vaughn left. Hand off to Wilmus, and he's gang tackled, and he goes nowhere. Good job of the defensive line. Everybody was there. Colton Becker was leading the charge.
He jumped on his back.
Speaking of Colton Becker, Grandma Jay
Man.
Brought us some treats again. She texted me and she wouldn't take no for answers. I said, I'll take caramel. I got caramel.
I got cinnamon. She texted me too. I don't think she realizes that I'm.
How about Cindy Ferguson last week too?
Cherry bars, all my buddies love those.
She's awesome, and Jane with more rolls. 3rd down and 12. Here's the pass downfield. It is incomplete. Hunter Lyon was back into the QB spot, and that's going to bring up a 4th down and 12. Atlantic's defense steps up again.
Yep, and it was almost intercepted. Just kind of went through the D-back's hand, but.
So they're going to send the Trojans deep.
Maybe we can block one. Maybe if we can get some pressure.
Lindy will be the punter. As Perry said, we'll see if Atlantic can get in and get a block punt here, because they're bringing everybody. Everybody's coming for the Trojans. And here's a snap to Lindy. It's the low one. He'll scoop it up and kick it. It's a high kick. They're going to let it go. Hits at the 5, and it's going to dodge into the end zone. Boy, the Trojans. Hayes looked at Jules and said, no, pick it up. And that was a good decision by Hayes. Atlantic has a 1st down and 10 their own 20-yard line. Well, they've got to compliment the defense here and get something going offensively.
Most definitely. I mean, you got to give your defense a break. I mean, offense has got to get more than one 1st down on a drive. They've got to kind of start moving the ball a little bit. And I think we can wear them big boys down, those rag week boys that don't leave.
We'll go down to Kevin here in a minute. Football to the Trojan 20-yard line and a 1st down at 10. Rasmussen wide left. Jewell wide right. Parker out of the shotgun with McLaren to his right side. Back into motion. Comes Hayes. Snap to Parker. Looks to throw. Lobs a screen. Caught by McLaren 20. He gets the 25, 26-yard line, a gain of 6. A little dump pass. Hawken made the stop. He had a job to do to get that big guy down. He did. 2nd and 4, gain of 6. The ball at the 26 of Atlantic. Good play.
Yeah, that's a good offensive call. But that 58, their linebacker, he's just a rover, man. He's just, wherever that ball is, he's going.
That's Bellamy.
He's something.
We've called his name out once for a tackle for loss. 2nd and 4, 7:49 to play in the 1st half. 3 receivers to the right side. Rasmussen to the wide left. Parker works out a shotgun with McLaren in the backfield to his right side. The ball at the 26, snap to Parker, want to throw. He's going to fire, caught by Goodrich for 1st down. Across the 30 to about the 34-yard line. A gain of 8. A Brown shoe fit 1st down for Atlantic, 1st and 10.
Yeah, that's a good throw, good catch. I think some of these kids on Winterset, I think they must wrestle, because they're throwing people. I mean, they're doing some wrestling moves to get our guys.
They've got a great wrestling program at Winterset. Fergie, let's talk about that defense here.
Oh, well, gosh darn, you got to love it when the run gets stuffed. I mean, stuffed up like Winterset's going to have to get an antihistamine, like Sudafed or something to stop them.
1st down and 10. Here's the snap. Here's the give. McLaren trying to find some room, and he pounds his way up to the 30, 70-yard line. A gain of 3. 2nd down and 7.
And down.
And the Trojans have an injured player here.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So we've got an injury timeout, and we'll take it with them. We'll be back in a minute. 8-0 Winterset. Atlantic has it 2nd and 7. Injury timeout, back in 60 seconds.
Colton, with you more involved with farming, what have you observed?
Farmers don't just work harder, they farm smarter.
We've definitely seen that with the Enlist weed control system.
Oh yeah, application is dictated by the grow stage, not a set date on the calendar, and you can take mix with liberty.
Plus you have a post program that you don't have to worry about drifting into neighboring fields.
Nailed it. To learn more, contact the Seed Pros.
The Seed Pros, with you from the word go.
The Seed Pros, Mark Vantacker, Gary Dinklet, Nick Knutson, and John Becker.
After years of wondering why I see more runners than other athletes, I figured it out. Well, a sophomore hurdler explained it to me. This is Dr. Fritz Beyer of Body Basics Chiropractic, and he told me since my hip started acting up, I lost 1 second from my time. 1 second in a 55-second race is less than 2%, but he knew it instantly because the stopwatch told him. In other sports, there's not a stopwatch to tell you when the nagging injury takes 2% from you. To make sure you're giving your 100%, call 254-BODY to get your body back to the basics.
Welcome back. Is the injured player for the Trojans is Traven Hansen, I believe it's Hansen, the center, is the injured player for Atlantic. And so Donovan Hedrington will take over the snapping duties for Atlantic. It's going to be 2nd down and 7. And Traven Being helped off. Looks like it's a leg. Well, we'll see if the Trojans can get something to go in here. Traven will hope the best for him as he goes into the 10. Second down and 7. Atlantic at their own 37-yard line. Down 8-0 to Winterset with 6:50 in running here in the first half. Jewell wide left. Rasmussen to the right side. Under center, Parker. He'll take it. Hands off to Hedrington, and he's hit and dropped. Loss on the play of 4 yards.
Down in the backfield.
Wow, I don't even know where that guy came from, the end or something.
Yeah, it was Cooper.
Yeah.
Cooper, who has done it offensively, and now he did it on the defensive end. And he threw Hedrington back to the 34-yard line, 3rd down and 10. Parker will join the huddle. 8-0 Winterset with the lead. A touchdown, a missed extra point, and a safety gives him 8 points with 6:12 to go in the second quarter. Rasmussen wide left. They'll send Jewell to the right. High backfield behind the quarterback is Aiden Parker, and the Trojans jump.
Well, I think the defense made our offense jump, I would think, but I'm probably wrong.
We'll see. 3rd down.
Nope, I was
and
wrong.
15.
Jeez.
Yeah, they were, man, you know, sometimes, I mean, that's an ouchie, but that means that right tackle for Atlantic, he was ready to make a block. 3rd and 15 Trojans, 6:01 left, first half, 8-0 Winterset. Parker will check in. Your score brought to you by the Seed Pros, or by your side to maximize yields from the word go. Contact John Becker, Mark Bentag, Gary Dankel, and Nick Knutson. 3rd and 15, the ball at the 29 of Atlantic. High backfield, Parker under center. Receivers left and right, Atlantic jumps again. 3rd and 20. Now the left side got a little antsy. And Trojans going backwards here with 5:48 to go. Jewell will check in with the play. They'll take the ball back to the 24. 3rd and 20. I don't know. I
mean, I know the center. It's not the center's fault. He knows when to hike.
Here we go. Parker under center, high backfield. Receivers left and right. Here's a snap. And they're going to run it to Hedrington right behind McLaren across the 30. Gets to 35. A nice gain of 11 for Hedrington. In fact, give him 12 to 31. Or 36, rather. So that gives Atlantic a little breathing room here. And
now just think, if we wouldn't have had those 2 5-yard penalties, that would have probably been a first down.
No doubt, Perry. And 4th down and 9. Rasmussen will punt it away. Gurwell is deep. Back at his 30. He's still backpedaling. He's going to stand his 25. Rasmussen averaged about 37 yards a punt. Here's a snap. The punt is away. A line drive. That's going to go out of bounds. At about the 30. Now the official here is standing. Yeah, he's going to back it up. It's going to be about the 34-yard line of Winterset. 5:01 to go first half.
Winterset's putting a lot of pressure on our punters.
Yes.
These guys are getting around their blocks. And, I mean, Rasmussen's not getting time to actually get a good punt off.
They're going to mark at the 36 of the Huskies, so Winterset still has a lot of time on the clock to punch in another one, but Atlantic's defense has been outstanding here since that opening drive. They have held the Huskies. Winterset comes up on a 1st down and 10 for their own 36-yard line. Cade White wide left. DeFoya wide right with 2 others. Empty backfield, snap back to Hunter Line. He's going to throw it. He'll launch one deep. That's Cooper, rather. And it is incomplete. Great. Oh, they're going to call a penalty on Rasmussen. Oh, boy, a timely hit by Rasmussen.
Flag on the play.
And they're going to call it. That's Cooper that threw that ball. Cooper threw it up.
Yeah, it was a duck, but it.
I thought it was close play. The official was right there.
Yeah, he was right. Yeah, he was right there.
But it looked like a good timing tackle by Rasmussen as well. So the penalty against Atlantic, a pass interference.
It gives them 15 yards and a first down.
Yep, they're going to get a first down on this one. They'll take it across the 50 to the 49-yard line of Atlantic. Brown shoot at first down at the Trojan 49. 4:55 to play here in this first half of the Seed Pros scoreboard. Here come the Huskies. 1st down and 10. Wyatt Swanson wide left. They'll send Sense wide right. And the handoff to Wilmus, and he's hit and driven back. Boy, the Trojans have been tough against the run. Wilmus, an outstanding running back. He gets nothing there. It's going to be 2nd and 10, Perry.
Yeah, that defensive line is holding their own. They're showing they're doing really well.
2nd down and 10. Hunter Hank Wilmus, the ball carrier, had 505 yards coming in, averaging 6.6 yards a carry. So here we go. 2nd down and 10. The football on the 49 of Atlantic. Huskies come up. Lindy, the quarterback, this time with a wishbone. He dropped the ball, then he pitched it off to Wilmus. He's going to get some yards. Down across the 46, 45. And a gain of 4 after all that. 3rd down and 6. Boy, Wilmus made something out of nothing there.
Yes, he did. He is a hard runner. Holy moly.
So that was a bad snap, but they turned it into positive yards to the Trojan 45-yard line. 3rd down and 6, under 4 to go in the first half. Winterset driving up 8-0. The ball for Hash. Hunter Lyon is the quarterback. He'll take the snap. He wants to throw, looks to throw, fires over the middle, caught. At about the 40-yard line, across the 40, gets down to the 37-yard line. And a first down. That was Carter McDonald on the catch. And a 1st down and 10 for the Huskies. A brown shoe fit first down. And they get it down to the 37 of the Trojans.
Yeah. And they're using that throwing quarterback pretty well with the broken hand. He comes in to throw the pass. They get the first, and he goes back out.
And he goes back out.
Yep.
They'll send one receiver left. Cade White. Tafoya wide right. Lenny, the quarterback, under center. High backfield. They're going to pitch it back to Wilmus. Hank Wilmus around the edge. A flag is thrown. Wilmus gets to about the 36. Back to the line of scrimmage, but a penalty flag is thrown at the 41. And Perry says holding. Xavier Darrow made the tackle for Atlantic, a holding call. That's a 10-yard penalty. So they'll take it back from the 39-yard line back to the 49 of Atlantic with 2:59 to go first half on the Seed Pros scoreboard. Winterset up 8-0. We'll mark at the 49. Huskies scored on a touchdown run by Porter from 3 yards, set up by a Lyon to Cooper pass. Extra point missed, and they got a safety. Now we'll see who's back at quarterback. It's not Lyon. They're going to have a direct snap here on a 1st and 20. Here is Wilmus, and he runs into a crowd of Trojans. No gain. 2nd down and 20. 2:49 to play first half.
It's nice to see where there's 4 or 5 black jerseys making that tackle. I mean, that's just that front 5. They're doing pretty good. Now if we can just get some pressure on the quarterback.
White will be wide right. They'll send twins to the right side. And Lyon back in a QB, and we've got that was going to be a direct snap to Wilmus.
We're going to be a timeout.
Timeout. Coach Sweeney and the Winterset Huskies on a 2nd and 20 from the Trojan 47. We're back in a minute on 95.7 FM and live video stream on westerniowatoday.com.
Partner with the undisputed leader in Enlist E3 soybean genetics. With exceptional yield and value, neighbor-friendly weed control, and more new elite genetics developed faster, Stein can help you maximize profits on every acre you plant. Discover yield plus experience with Stein Enlist E3 soybeans. Learn more at steinseed.com. Stein has yield.
Contact Trey Bricks at 249-2503.
This segment of Did You Know by Amy Jo is about hydraulic hoses. Well, guess what? They break. And at the worst times possible, too. Atlantic Egg and Auto can build you a new hydraulic hose most of the time faster than it takes you to even get to town. Now, don't begin a ticket racing to town to see me. Since you're here, you might as well get more hydraulic fluid, shop towels, detailing supplies, and fresh cab to keep those rodents out. Atlantic and Audubon Egg and Auto, your only locally owned CarQuest Auto Parts stores.
Welcome back. Here we go. 2nd down. Hunter Lyon rolls right, wants to throw, fires, caught at about the 43, and he's brought down at the 41. Well short. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down for the Huskies at the 41 of Atlantic.
Wilmer's pass complete to Dinkwa. Tyson O'Brien with the stop.
So 3rd down and 14. 2 minutes left first half. Atlantic needs to avoid the big play. They're going to keep Wilmus. Looks like he's going to be.
Oh, here comes 4.
No, here comes Hunter Lyon. He'll be in there.
Good thing you know the names, dude, because I just know numbers. I don't know. You're really good with the names.
3rd and 14. A lot of studying, Perry. Snap to line. He's going to throw it. Here comes the rush. He'll launch it deep, and it is knocked away by Kennick Jewell. What a job by Jewell. Now it's a 4th down and 14. Cooper was the intended target, and Atlantic defense does it again. Let's go down to Kevin Ferguson. Fergie.
Well, one thing I wanted to keep in mind with that is, in kick, Tom, they don't have to go very far for a field goal. And that was a huge play knocking it down because they get to the 40, he can knock it in.
Boy, that's a great point. Lindy had a 44-yard record-setting field goal last week. Here's the punt by Lindy. It's a high beauty, and it's going to hit inside the 15, and it's going to be downed at the 13-yard line of Atlantic. 1:34 left to go in the half. We're keeping in mind the Trojans get the kickoff in the second half. Well, the Trojans and Winterset in a battle here. Huskies up 8-0 on the Seed Pros scoreboard. 1:34 to go here in this first half.
They just need to hold on to the ball. I mean, just hold on to it. If anything, if you can't get the first down, let's just get out here 8-0 a half.
They're going to go I backfield. They'll probably give it to McLaren here. And it's going to be Hedrington behind McLaren. He's got some yards across the 20, and he's spun down about the 22. Nice job by Hedrington. Lindy made the stop. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and short. About 2nd and 1 for Atlantic. A gain of 9 for Dante.
I bet you Lindy wish he wouldn't have, because Dante just bowled him over.
And he's following Gavin McLaren, his fullback. 1:10 left in the half. 2nd and 1 for Atlantic. The ball at the Trojan 21. Twins left, Twins right. McLaren the lone setback out of the gun. Parker, he'll take it. They snapped it to McLaren. The ball is loose, and I believe Winterset got it.
I'm thinking
there's a little bit of a. No, I think they're going to say that Atlantic able to recover the ball. It went back to the 16-yard line, and Atlantic got the ball. How fortunate was that? You go back to Fergie's point with the field goal. And we've got a timeout, Huskies.
They're fighting the call, but
52 seconds left, and we've got a timeout called by Winterset. We'll take it with them. We're back at 30 seconds on 95.7 FM. If you're watching, we thank you on live video stream at westerniowatoday.com.
When it comes to getting you the best coverage for the best price, we work with 15 different insurance carriers. Why so many? Because one size does not fit all, nor does one carrier fit every need. As your agent, we will work to find you the best coverage for the best price and inform you of other options available as well. For home, auto, farm, crop, business, life, or health, we want to be your agent. From coverage through claims, choose Armor Insurance in Atlantic, Griswold, Council Bluffs. Give us a call at 712-243-1951. We're here to protect you.
Elkhart Plastics in Atlantic has a career opportunity for you. They're currently looking to hire first and second shift oven operators, first shift assemblers, and maintenance personnel, along with competitive pay and shift differential offered for second shift. Elkhart Plastics offers medical, dental, vision, company-paid life and disability plans, as well as vacation, paid holidays, education reimbursement, and retirement savings plans. Go to MyersIndustries.com/careers to view openings and fill out an application. Elkhart Plastics is an equal opportunity and affirmative action employer.
Takes it. And off to Hedrington, dodges left. He's tackled. A nice solo stop by the Huskies. That's Bellamy again.
He's all over. He's like that fly that doesn't ever leave you alone.
We've had a few of those in the newsroom.
Oh, geez.
4th down, Atlantic. 4th and 5. The ball on their own 19-yard line. We got another timeout called. We'll take it with them. Back in 30 seconds on 95.7 FM and live video streamed on westerniowatoday.com.
The perfect companion is waiting for you at the Fish Store and Pet Center in Atlantic. Pick out a furry guinea pig, hamster, or mouse. Maybe something feathered. They have an aviary full of birds to choose from. What about something scaly, like a snake, lizard, or hermit crab? And it's in their name. A wide variety of fish are available at the Fish Store and Pet Center. Get all the food and accessories you need to keep that new addition to your family happy and healthy. The Fish Store and Pet Center in Atlantic, a pet lover's paradise. The Fish Store and Pet Center carries Diamond Natural and Canada foods that are all natural and safe for your dog or cat. The Fish Store and Pet Center in Atlantic is your local one-stop pet shop.
Welcome back to Trojan Bowl. 4th down, 5 for Atlantic. The ball at the 19. So now you got to go back to special teams and what they've done. Kibberts had that block punt.
And they've been getting to them pretty easy, so.
Looks like they're not going to bring the kitchen sink like I thought they might. Here's Rasmussen. The punt is away. It's a wobbler across midfield and a fair catch by Lindy. And the Huskies have some time. 42 seconds left.
But 0 timeouts.
No timeouts, thanks, Perry. The ball at 49 of the Trojans. Well, after the initial drive, the Trojan defense has been tight. So is Winterset. Huskies defense, give them credit as well. They've been stingy on that defensive end. Bellamy's had a great first half for the Huskies. Bottom 30-20 over St. Edmund into the first quarter on that one. That's further into that second quarter. 1st and 10 Huskies. We'll see what Coach Sweeney does here on a 1st down and 10 at the 49 of Atlantic. 8-0, Winterset with the lead on the St. Pros scoreboard. And they'll come to the line of scrimmage. Asher DeFoya, receiver, is in there. They have trips to the right. Ball at the 49. What do we...
I don't know what the heck's going on here. They're kicking it? Yeah, that
3 points.
It's got a Fergie here. We're going to...
Well, I don't understand.
Yeah, they came up with Lindy right there at the 49. And now Coach Brummer wants to call a timeout. We'll keep it here. Fergie, that was a kickoff type formation down there, huh?
Yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on here, guys.
They came out and they spread it like they're going to kick it off. Lindy, the kicker, was standing with the ball at the 49.
Yeah, I don't know. A free kick or something weird?
If you're watching, of course, you can see that formation.
I don't think, well, the mic was working on the ref. He was trying to explain it, but it ain't making no sense to me. It's like
42 seconds left.
Can you do remember that in that movie, The Longest Yard? Can you do the drop kick and go for?
I'm not sure.
Can you do that?
You can drop kick it through the goalpost. Yes. And actually, after it hits the turf and you kick it, if it goes 10 yards, it's a live ball.
That's what they're going to do here, I believe. Lindy's got a tee. The ball at the 49. It'll be a 59-yard kick.
But
59-yard kick. He's going to see what happens here. He's had a 44-yard field goal last week. He's going to tee it up at the 49.
So if he makes this, they get 3 points?
Yes.
We'll see what he does. I've never seen this in 25 years. So here we go. Lindy with the big leg. 42 seconds to go, and the kick is up, and it is short and fielded. Yeah, it's a touchback. A field by Jewell, and it's a touchback. Very interesting.
Well, they have faith in their kicker, which is great.
Oh, absolutely.
But that's just like something you see in a movie.
Well, we saw it.
Well, yeah, this is something, and we're filming, so we got the rights to this, Kodak.
So the ball is at the 20 for Atlantic on a 1st down and 10 with 41 seconds left. So again, they teed it up at the 49, and Lindy tried to kick it through the uprights, and it went well short.
Yeah, first time for everything, right, Tommy?
Yeah, exactly. Atlantic will just settle for the 8-0 deficit victory, set up with 41 seconds to go. No timeouts for the Huskies. 39 seconds and counting. Park will amble over to the sideline to get the instructions from Coach Brummer, but they're going to let it run out. And that's going to be it here in the first half. 8-0. We got a game here.
Well, if you can do that, then I think people better start practicing the fumble-rooski. I wonder if you can do the fumble-rooski, too.
There's a lot of things you can do. Our halftime show is coming up. Brought to you by Aiken Building Center. When you want it done right, see the folks who do it best. Aiken Building Center. Well, We're here at the half, 8-0 Winterset with the halftime lead. We'll recap the first half right after this. We'll see if, don't believe we'll get a word. We're going to see if the Trojans get something going offensively in the second half. We're back right after this, so halftime show coming up.
From start to finish, let Aiken Design Center help you with your kitchen or bathroom ideas. For new designs or remodels, Aiken Design Center will work with you or your contractor to make your dream a reality. If you're not sure what you want, stop into our showroom so our custom designers can help you find what will suit your needs as well as your budget. The Aiken Design Center staff is committed to quality design while meeting your needs. Stop into Aiken today to find out how we can help.
If you love fall, you're going to absolutely fall in love with the new fall arrivals at Brown Shoe Fit in downtown Atlantic. Stop in and see our selection of fall shoes and... If you love fall, you're going to absolutely fall in love with the new fall arrivals at Brown Shoe Fit in downtown Atlantic. Stop in and see our selection of fall shoes and boots for fashion and work. Game ready, tailgate cool, and the coolest styles to hit the school. You'll find the greatest fall fashions at Brown Shoe Fit, a tradition of quality, fashion, and comfort at your Atlantic Brown Shoe Fit at 502 Chestnut Street.
To make sure you find the right vehicle for your needs by truly providing a world-class experience right here at Atlantic. So stop by today and see how they can go the extra mile for you. Great Young Automotive of Atlantic, 100 East 2nd Street, or online at greatyoungatlantic.com.
And welcome back. Halftime brought to you by Aiken Building Center. If you want it done right, and we're going to have a halftime guest, Dr. Beth Johnson, Atlantic School Superintendent. Well, I tell you, what a half, Perry Fief, and give both teams credit defensively, but Huskies made it look easy that first drive. Atlantic defense stepped up.
I know, I was starting to sweat. It's like, oh no, come on. And then all of a sudden, it just like a switch came on, and I don't know if Coach Satoff saw something or the coaches up here were telling, but the defense settled down tremendously, and they're playing Atlantic defense football. They're doing good. I mean, there's some dump passes here and there, and we, of course, doing penalties. But other than that, our defense is looking great.
No doubt about it. And they get the ball to start the second half. So that deferred is going to work for them here to start the second half of play. Recapping the scoring here in the first half, the Huskies scored on the opening drive at 10:33 to go. Ben Porter, the fullback, scored on a 3-yard run, but that was set up by a big pass play from Lyon to Cooper, and that got all the way down to the 3, and then one play later, Porter takes it in. Well, the extra point was missed, 6-0 Huskies, and then at 4:47 to go, the safety by the Huskies made it 8-0. That's our score here at the halftime break. Other scores to bring you: Cam, 22-0 over Coon Rapids Bayard. Underwood, 21-6 over HSDW. Harlan leading Sergeant Bluff Luton 28-3, and Ottoman 38-20 now over St. Edmund Fort Dodge. Nice job of the Trojan marching band here tonight. Dave York behind the mic introducing the band as they came out. We're here at halftime, and halftime show is brought to you by Aiken Building Center. When you want it done right, see the folks who do it best. Aiken Building Center in Atlantic. Well, what needs to be done the second half offensively then?
Well, I don't know if they need to do some type of different blocking scheme. I mean, someone needs to be keying on 58. That dude, he is a thorn in our side. He is everywhere. He's making a lot of tackles.
Carson Bellamy, the 6-foot, 220-pound senior. And, he's been all over the place.
He can sniff that ball out. He's everywhere. But and of course, we've kind of had some problems with some turnovers, but not as many so far as what we're used to seeing.
Yes.
And I don't know if the offense is too scared that they're going to screw up, and they're screwing up.
One pick.
Yeah.
One pick. Yep.
And we had, the 2 point. They got the 2 points from the bad pitch.
The block punt by Kibberts was another one.
So I just think maybe they just need to, I want to say relax. And now here's the other deal, though, is, your center kind of runs the offensive line. So now you've got a different center in. So, I mean, I don't know. He looks like he's doing all right to me. He's getting the ball back there. He's doing great hikes. It's just, he know everywhere he's got to go for each play.
Exactly. And Donovan Hendrickson taking over center for Hanson, who was Craven was injured. I don't believe he's going to come out the second half. At least it didn't look like it as they helped him off here at halftime. We're at halftime. Our halftime show brought to you by Aiken Building Center and the Atlantic Trojan Marching Band performing. Had a great ceremony here over the noon hour. And Nicole Mittens was crowned the homecoming queen. And Dante Hedrington, as you heard his name called out tonight, was crowned the homecoming queen in an excellent ceremony. Homecoming king, yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Andy Mitchell was the master of ceremonies. They had hula dancing and pep rally and all kinds of things. And PTO also, they donated all these yellow shirts, gold shirts, to the elementary students. They all got to put them on. They came out to the stands and had their own pep rally here this morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Really cool. And what a crowd tonight, Perry.
Oh, it's huge. I mean, it's amazing to see. I mean, it's nice to see that stands are full. Everybody's along the fence. It's just nice to see that people still love this sport. Come watch it.
Running down the scores again, Cam 22-0 over Coon Rapids Bayard. Underwood now leading HSTW 21-6. The Vikings took a 6-0 lead early in that one, but Underwood now has regained the lead there. Harlan leading Sergeant Bluff Luton 28-3. And Audubon over St. Edmund by the score of 38-20 here. Our scores here at halftime. We'll take a timeout. We're back with more on 95.7 FM and live video streamed on westerniowatoday.com.
From start to finish, let Aiken Design Center help you with your kitchen or bathroom ideas. For new designs or remodels, Aiken Design Center will work with you or your contractor to make your dream a reality. If you're not sure what you want, stop into our showroom so our custom designers can help you find what will suit your needs as well as your budget. The Aiken Design Center staff is committed to quality design while meeting your needs. Stop into Aiken today to find out how we can help.
Rolling Hills Bank and Trust.
Here at Rolling Hills Bank and Trust, we're dedicated to agriculture. That's why we offer various services that fit your growing ag needs. All our decisions are made locally by experienced lenders that truly understand the unique challenges of your operation. We're large enough to handle all your lending needs, yet small enough not to lose that personal touch. Our dedicated loan officers want to work with you to help your operation grow and thrive. Feel free to stop in and talk about how we can help your business succeed. Rolling Hills Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
At 2nd Street Auto, it's our mission to get you back on the road fast. And it all starts with free local towing. Once you're back at the shop, we talk you through your car repair with a free and fair estimate. We do everything in-house so you know who's working on your car. Our Hercules tires come with free road hazard repair, free rotation for the life of the tires, and a free alignment check. And nobody can beat our transmission rebuild and repair experts. Brakes, tune-ups, oil changes, preventative maintenance, and service work make 2nd Street your first stop.
Your home for Atlantic Trojan football is right here on KS 95.7 and live stream video at westerniowatoday.com.
Welcome back here at halftime, and we had a great visit with Tom Hayes.
Who is that?
Tom Hayes was played back in the mid-'60s. He graduated in '67, and he had 21 touchdowns his senior year. He played for the University of Iowa walk-on that earned scholarship, played defense for the Huskies and for the Hawkeyes. And then he went on to coach at a number of different major colleges, and he coached 6 years the pros for the Redskins.
Wow.
He's retired now for 5 years, but yeah, he was an unbelievable player back in the day.
He graduated
in '67.
67?
Yeah, that
so
area.
That's
yeah,
56 years ago.
60. Yeah.
Trust me, I know.
It's a little bit ago, no doubt about it.
Wow, good for him. He looked great.
He really did. And of course, he brought up his brother. I asked about the facilities, and he brought up his brother. Of course, Mike was the instrumental in all this, and brother Joe lives in Atlantic, and he also helped out with these facilities as well.
Trojan cheerleaders.
Trojan cheerleaders are outperforming right now for Atlantic. Big halftime here tonight.
You don't think you give out the spirit stick or something at homecoming?
They'll give that out here too, yeah, pretty soon.
I've seen Winterset is working with all three of their quarterbacks again here at halftime so far.
Well, we've seen Cooper throwing. He's passing right now. We've seen Lindy, Hunter Lyon, who's playing with that broken thumb on his left hand so he can throw the football. And we've seen McDonald also out there wheeling the dealing for the Huskies. And so it's, but I think the key is the run defense for Atlantic. They stopped Wilmus, who had 505 yards coming in. He's averaging, 6.6 yards a carry, and they've held Wilmus in check.
Most definitely. And like I said, our defensive line and linebackers are doing a great job on that run. They really are.
Yeah.
I mean, if they get 3 or 4, okay, big deal. But, I mean, they're stopping this kid that's usually getting 6 and 7, like you said. Wow, that's good.
Watching these cheerleaders perform it. You watch a live video, you're getting a treat because they're doing a lot of acrobatic moves. Very well done. Back over some scores here, Cam. 38-0 over Coon Rapids Bayard. Underwood 21-6 over AHSTW. Harlan leading Sergeant Bluff Newton 35-3. And Ottoman over St. Edmund 38-20. So what a night for Cam as they're 3-0 coming in. They've been dominating.
It sounds to me like they're back on the right track. Well, they played good last year.
2 years ago, they won it all.
And that's great for Cam. That's awesome.
Coach Bauer has them going. And Cam has always been traditionally good at about all sports, and football is certainly one of them here. So the Trojan cheerleaders ending their performance here at the halftime break. Again, it's 8-0 Huskies with the lead. Ben Porter scored a 3-yard run set up by a big pass play from Lyon to Cooper, and the extra point failed at 10:33 to go in the first quarter. It was Winterset leading with a score of 6-0, and then they got that safety at 4:47 to go, and that is defensively as this game's been played, that might be a big play later on when you look at it.
Right, exactly. I mean, I'm thinking they're going to make some, I don't know if I want to say adjustments, but I'm sure the coaches are talking to the players on the offensive side of the ball. Like, all right, we got to give the defense a break. We've got to start getting first downs. We've just got to start moving the ball. Everybody just get your head in the game and do what we need to do.
We're going to turn it over to our PA announcer, Steve Anderson.
Tonight,
some players here from the past.
13 and 1988 are here to celebrate their 10th and 35th reunions. Also tonight, we have the honor of bringing back the top 10 career rushing yard leaders from AHS. At number 10, from the great class of 1988, Al Van Ert with 1,379 yards. At number 9, from the class of 1982, Kent Behrens with 1,699 yards. At 8, from the class of 1991, Mike Cook with 1,783 yards. And at 7, from the class of 1967, Tom Hayes with 2,032 yards. At 6, from the class of 2004, Andrew Martin with 2,414 yards. And our top 5 from the class of 2020, Tyler Moen with 2,427 yards. At 4, from the class of 2007, Ryan Mueller with 2,518 yards. And at 3, from the class of 1976, Greg Younger with 2,547 yards. And at number 2, from the class of 1965, Dan Gipple with 2,980 yards. And the number 1 all-time career rushing leader from the class of 1994, Derek Lane with 3,061 yards. Let's give a big homecoming welcome back to our all-time leading rushers from Atlantic High School.
Yeah, we we go back the day of Derek Lane. He went on to play for Northwest Missouri State U, and was he fun to watch back in the day.
That's some cool history. You know, a lot of the players you've heard of or seen or knew.
Al Van Ert, Dan Gipple. I remember Dan Gipple when we were in junior high. And, in grade school. We had the grade school track meet, right? Well, on our wall, they had the records for track, and Gipple in grade school ran a 27.2, 220. It was 220 back then. And,
outstanding school spirit.
So, School Spirit Award here. We'll turn it over. Hang on.
Teachers, parents, and the Trojan community members for their part in making Homecoming Week such a memorable celebration. I would like to give a special shout out to the students of AHS Student Council and the high school office staff, Dana Soigling, Kathy Knuth, and Amber Gibson for making this week possible for our student body to enjoy. The Spirit Stick is awarded to the class that earns the most points for activities during Homecoming Week. In 1995, Bog Younger carved the Spirit Stick, which will be sent tonight. The old Spirit Stick, which is engraved with the winning classes from 1981 to 1995, is on display at the high school trophy case. Each class earns Spirit points in the following ways: dressing up for dress days, participating in float building, float judging, riding in the parade, buying tickets in advance for the dance, dodgeball games, sportsmanship, battle cry loudness at the pep rally, and food drive donations. This past week, the homecoming festivities began with dodgeball. In the preliminary games held on Tuesday, the sophomores defeated the seniors, and the freshmen defeated the juniors. On Thursday, the final dodgeball games were played. The sophomore class won the dodgeball tournament, beating the freshmen, and the seniors defeated the juniors. Wednesday, with the royalty introduction video, was presented to all the students, and they were able to vote for Homecoming King and Queen. We also hosted a food drive for the newly established YMCA food pantry. We had so much food this year. Wow. This will help so many families eat well. Thank you, guys. The winning class for the food, oops, my bad. Fourth place goes to freshmen. Third place goes to juniors. Second place goes to sophomores. And first place goes to seniors. On Wednesday evening, folks, that's not the end, that's the food drive. Okay, on Wednesday evening, the class floats were judged, and each class was assisted by their class advisor. We would like to send a sincere thank you to the float judges, Karen Joyce, Maria Pearson, Janice Dickerson, and Katie Chamberlain. This year, the judges had a very difficult decision, and it was well deliberated. Thank the judges for giving up their time. And the results for the floats this year: in fourth place goes to sophomores. In third place goes to the freshmen. Second place goes to the juniors.
Seniors.
To the seniors.
Seniors won the food drive. They also won the float as well, Perry Fief. So
Queen Nicole Mitts were crowned at the coronation ceremony, which was followed by the
So they keep track of points in the Spirit Stick
We had
Award.
such an amazing parade this year. We had over 180 high school school students participate in our parade.
180.
Holy buckets, guys.
Yeah, 180 kids participate in that parade today. Kevin Ferguson, we had the honor of commentating that on live stream today, and we had a lot of fun.
We sure did, Tom. It was always fun. I thought Perry was coming, but the rumor was it that now that we're live streaming and TV and everything, he was off getting his makeup done.
I know. It took him too long.
Sorry, Prairie Dog. I just had to.
That's all right.
Pictures, high school administration for their support. Andrew Mitchell for
Again, that trophy for the Spirit Stick is Coach Bob Younger, and they're still using it today.
That's awesome, isn't it?
We were both coached by Mr. Younger, and he is not only a good football coach, but an artist.
I know.
And a woodworker.
And then, he did a lot of did some whittling for the SmackDown. And
yes, he did.
And there were some neat things he whittled for SmackDown.
Exactly, Perry.
And I tell you what, I do a little woodworking, but I don't do that. I'm telling you.
Yeah, but I tell you, Fergie, don't sell yourself short. I've seen some of your projects.
Yeah,
you make the big items like dressers, and
he made me an awesome trash can for my condo.
Oh yeah,
Well, we don't understand. When you're doing stuff like that, it's not only the eye for the detail, but it's patience.
Oh, it's got to be. Seniors had quite a week as they win the Spirit Stick, and the confetti flies, as you can see on our camera here. Oh, the whole senior class storming the field now.
Better get them out, because we still got football to play.
Well, I'm a senior and I just won the Spirit Stick. Now what am I going to do? I'm going to Disney World.
Well, congrats to the seniors. And
I'm going to put some biofreeze on my shoulder.
We're at halftime, and we are close to starting the second half. We'll take a break, and we'll get set for the second half of play right here at 95.7 FM and live video streamed at westernourtoday.com.
First Winnie Bank is the longest-standing locally owned bank in Atlantic, and as such, we take pride in how we serve our community. For generations, we have been involved with our customers and their families by getting involved in community events and by supporting technology and teaching financial literacy in our schools. You'll also see our support of athletics on the scoreboards at home events. It's this involvement that allows us to know our customers and their families for generations. First Winnie Bank, the only bank you'll ever need. Member FDIC.
Outfitters Plus in Atlantic is making it easier for teams, coaches, groups, and you to host your group's orders online with their online store. Custom printed shirts, sweatshirts, all of your team apparel. Outfitters will design the graphics, post them on the web, give you the link to share with your team or group, and they can order themselves, all online. No more order forms to lose, sizes to keep track of, or money to hold on to. Let Outfitters Plus set up an online store for your team or group today. Give them a call at 243-4379. That's 243-4379. Outfitters Plus in Atlantic.
And the kickoff to start the second half, and here comes Jewell across the 30, and he spun down, or across the 25, spun down the 20-70-yard line. Good return by Kennick Jewell. Atlantic has a first down and 10. Welcome to the second half. Atlantic up down 8-0. Winterset with an 8-0 lead on the Seed Pros scoreboard. We'll see what the Trojans can do offensively. They had a whole, 21 minutes to draw up some stuff in the dirt, and we'll see what they can do here. 8-0 Huskies with the lead of the Seed Pros scoreboard. Atlantic comes up on a double tight. They're going to load up the offensive line. One receiver near side, Rasmussen I backfield. Here's the handoff. Dante Hetherington. He cuts outside across the 30 to about the 33-yard line. He picked up 5. His second down and 5 for the Trojans. Good run by Hetherington.
Stop by Kibber.
That's a good hold by the offensive line. I mean, and he just put his head down and kind of followed his offensive line. He didn't do anything fancy. Good job by the offensive line on that play.
Kane Kibberts with a stop. 5'10", 175-pound junior. Second down and 5 for the Trojans. Rasmussen wide to the right. Jewell wide left. I backfield. Under center, Parker. Snap, pitch, Hetherington behind McLaren, gets a block, cuts back near side across the 35, 39, gets to the 40-yard line, and a first down at 10. Atlantic, a pickup of 7 for Dante Hetherington. And the Trojans move the sticks. A Brown shoe fit first down on the opening drive here.
It looks like he's wanting to go outside, but like I said it last week, I think he's got some peripheral vision, and all of a sudden he cuts back.
Great cutback, Perry. It's Opening drive the second half, early third quarter, 8-0 Winterset. Rasmussen wide left and McJewell wide right. Under center, Parker. High backfield behind him. And this is Hedrick again, and he gets across the 40 and is smothered at about the 42. A gain of 3, second down and 7. And they call a gain of
2.
Yeah, second and 8.
Second and 8, yeah.
The ball at the 42 of Atlantic. Tyson O'Brien will check in for Hedrington. And we'll see O'Brien carry the ball. He didn't play in that backfield the first half, but he's had some carries. He's a hard runner as well. 10:40 to go, third quarter, 8-0 Winterset. Score brought to you by the Seed Pros. The ball at the 41-yard line of Atlantic. Parker under center, receivers left and right eye backfield. Under center, Parker takes it, gives it. O'Brien finds a seam across the 45, and he gets to the 47-yard line, a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a third down at about 3, Perry.
And it looks to me like O'Brien did a good job to let the defense over-pursue. And then he cut back, and that's why he got that pretty decent yards there.
Third down and 3 for Atlantic. 10-10 to go in the third quarter. Huskies leading 8-0 over the Trojans here on the Seed Pros scoreboard homecoming in Atlantic tonight. A beautiful night, 64 degrees right now in a packed house. Under 10 to go. Here's the handoff, and the ball is fumbled, and it's squirts loose across the 45, the Winterset 44, and it is Hockett that gets the fumble recovery. Hockett for Winterset. Back at the 44-yard line, and then the Trojans had something to go on. Alcorn. Gage Alcorn recovered the fumble. And it's going to be a first down and 10 for the Huskies at the 44. The Trojans had a couple of mishaps the first half, but they were able to recover their own fumble. They had 1 pick, and the second turnover by Atlantic.
Is it the second or third?
First down and 10 at the 44-yard line. 9:50 to go. Under center. Lindy now the quarterback, and he runs out that wishbone set. Here's the snap, the handoff, and is Wilmus across the 46 to the 47. A gain of 3, second down and 7. Again, tough running, and the defense doing well against the run.
I don't know if you saw it, but I'm sure I know everybody saw it. I was watching it on the computer. We had a boy just threw an offensive line like, get out of my way.
Second down and 7, the ball at the 47 of the Huskies. 9:27 to go in the third quarter. And the snap to the quarterback Lyon. He's going to hand off to Wilmus again across the 50, and he spins for a first down, the 45. Wilmus slippery, nice run, and he picks up 7, 8 yards, and a first down and 10. A brown shoe fit first down at the Atlantic 45-yard line.
Now I see where they are saying he's averaging 6 yards a carry because
he's slippery.
He's a little slippery.
White wide left. Lenny the quarterback with a wishbone set behind him. Snap. Play action. Lindy rolls left. He's got a man. He fires, and it is caught by Cooper at the 35, and that'll be another first down for Winterset. Cooper made the catch. Tristan Hayes on the defense, or Nolan Waters rather, on the defense for Atlantic, and a first down and 10. A brown shoe for first down at the Atlantic 35, and Winterset is rolling after getting that turnover, Perry.
So they did some talking at halftime, too. They're figuring some things out.
First down and 10 at Winterset. 8:40 to go in the third quarter. 8-0 lead for the visitors. They'll send one receiver wide to the right side, and that's Thompson. Vaughn wide left. McDonald hands off to Wilmus, and he bangs his way across the 25-20. He's going to go 10-5, a touchdown, Winterset. A 35-yard run for Wilmus. Hank Wilmus with the TD from 35 yards out, and the Huskies now lead 14-0 on the Seed Pros.
We got someone down too. I think we got a player down. 70, I think.
The Trojans have an injured player here. We'll pick that up in a moment. All the scoring came in the first quarter, and now a quick score from 35 yards out by Wilmus. And we do have an injured Trojan as Lindy will get set up to kick the extra point. So Hank Wilmus with the carry and the touchdown. He got loose, Perry.
Yeah. Now I see why, again, I don't want to repeat myself, but he's a slippery runner, and they made big enough hole for him that he got through.
So here we go. And the injured player is Evan Sorensen. Boy, they're going to need him. Need that big guy.
Mm-hmm. He's the one that threw the player down just 2 plays ago.
He's strong. I mean, this guy. Well, we hope we can get him back, but he's walking pretty gingerly off the field here. So Lindy will try the PAT to put the Huskies up 15-0, and he's missed his rare miss by Lindy in the first quarter. And he'll attempt this one to try to make it a 15-0 game. The set, the kick is up, and it is money. 15-0 Huskies back at 30 on 95.7 FM and live stream on westerniowatoday.com.
Cass Health in Atlantic, Iowa is a nationally recognized hospital, and we are proud of the awards and all of our recent accomplishments. But do you know what drives us to be the very best? You. We're passionate about helping our patients heal and feel their very best at any age and any stage of life. Cass Health, neighbors caring for neighbors.
Cass Health, neighbors caring for neighbors.
Welcome back to Atlantic as we go to the kickoff. Here we go to the sideline, and Kevin Ferguson. Boy, Winterset, they made quick work of that drive.
They sure did, and you know, that kid's kind of like a pinball, Perry.
Yeah.
He just kind of bounces around, and he's hard to get down.
Kickoff by Lindy is going to be returnable. It's going to be picked up by Hayes at the 10, 15, 20, 25, and he's wrestled down about the 28-yard line. The Trojans having a first down at 10 here. They had something to go offensively on the last drive before the fumble.
They did. I mean, they had a good drive going and just fumbled.
And the Huskies took advantage of it in a hurry as they scored after that fumble. Atlantic will have it a first down and 10. Football on their own 28-yard line with 8:16 to go third quarter. 15-0 Huskies on the Seed Pros scoreboard. Kennick Jewell wide left. Rasmussen wide right under center. Zayden Parker back in motion. Kennick Jewell. Here's a snap and the play action, and it's going to be a keeper by Parker, and he is held at bay for loss of 1. Back. He's going to got back the line of scrimmage, at least 2nd and 10 to 29.
It looked like it was kind of a busted play because he was looking around like he had to give it to somebody. No one was there.
So it's going to be a 2nd and 10 for Atlantic. Under 8 to play now in the third quarter. 15-0 Winterset of the Seed Pros scoreboard. And in the game is Corbin Ritter, Goodrich, and Hayes wide right, Rasmussen wide left. Now the gun, Parker. McLaren will block for him. Here's the snap. He's going to throw it. Fires, and it is caught by Goodrich at the 38-yard line. Boy, he threw that just where he needed to. He had to throw it low because he was double covered.
He was.
And
That's
Goodrich,
a good throw.
Good throw and a good catch.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely... He got his hands underneath there just in time to catch it.
Caught right off the turf.
Yep.
Third down and about a yard to go for Atlantic with 7:12 to go in the third quarter. 15-0 Winterset. Rasmussen wide left. Ritter wide right. Parker, the quarterback, will duck under. We'll see if he'll sneak it here. No, he's going to give it to big guy McLaren, and he pounds his way ahead, but one of the Winterset defenders had his legs and wouldn't let him go. 4th down and a yard for Atlantic. No gain.
None. I mean, they piled the inside. Winterset had 5 guys inside. I mean, they knew it was going to be an inside run.
Well, the Trojans have a decision to make here. I don't know, Perry. They're going to punt it, but 6:33 and counting to go. Play clock at 16. Rasmussen will step back to punt. And the Huskies will send one deep guy left. They're going to bring a lot of guys here. Here's a snap, and the punt is away. It's a wobbler. Sails over the head of the receiver, not inside the 20. And it's going to be down by O'Brien at about the 18-yard line. First down at 10. Winterset at the 18.
So you give him time to punt, he can punt the ball.
That's a great punt.
43-yard punt.
So the Huskies will come back on offense as Wyatt Swanson, the deep guy, just let it go over his head. 6:10 left third quarter. 15-0 Winterset on the Seed Pros scoreboard. Cam 38-0 over Coon Rapids Baird. Underwood leading 21-6 over HSTW. Harlan 35-3 over Sergeant Bluff Luton. And Ottoman leading St. Edmund 38-28. Huskies have the ball first down and 10. Who's the QB this time, Perry?
I think the
Hunter Lyon.
Wing.
Out of the gun, he takes the snap, fires. It's caught on the near sideline across the 25-30, and he's shoestring down by Nolan Waters. But a first down and 10, a gain of 11 yards on the play. And the Huskies bring out Bowen Tadlock, made the catch. Boy, they bring use a lot of receivers.
Oh, yeah.
And Tadlock was the target here, and he had a nice catch and run, first down and 10, Winterset at the 30-yard line. A quick-moving third quarter, 5:40 to go.
And what's with this broken wing quarterback, it's short dump passes. I mean, so.
Yeah, he's a talented young man, and we've got McDonald under center now. And this is the fullback, Porter. He drives forward, close to the 35-yard line, a gain of 4, second down and 6. They're getting a good line surge.
Yes, they are.
Becker gets up for the bottom of the pile there, the linebacker for Atlantic. DeFoya will check in, Cooper back in, and White back at receiver. 5:10 to go third quarter. 15-0 Winterset on the Seed Pros scoreboard. Huskies 1-2, Atlantic 1-2, and Winterset winning last week over Carlisle 28-11. McDonald takes it, gives it. This is a tailback. Wilmus bouncing off the Trojan defender, and he goes backwards. Boy, that line is doing a great job.
They gave him a yard, but they're being nice.
Flasic was there. Woodward is now playing that tackle spot. He helped out of the tackle. Nothing there, third down and 4. Ball at the 36-yard line of the Huskies, 4:36 left. And they'll hustle in Connor Vaughn. He'll play a receiver. He has the play. They'll send Thompson wide right. Vaughn to the left. Eye backfield behind McDonald, the quarterback. Porter, the up back. And Atlantic jumps off sides. That'll give him a free 5.
Yeah, that'll give him first down.
First down and 10. A Brown shoe fit first down for the Huskies. They'll take the ball up the 41-yard line and a first down and 10 with 4:18 to go. 2 touchdowns and a safety for Winterset. That's how they scored. And a PAT by Lindy. First and 10. They move the chains. Winterset with some momentum comes up on their own 41-yard line. Harlan Tomlinson is receiver wide left. Snap, give, big run by Porter, and he gets to the 45 for a gain of 4. Good line surge again by Winterset. Second down and 6 Huskies. Nearing the 4-minute mark to go in the third quarter. Winterset up 15-0 on the Seed Pros scoreboard.
This is where you want to start bear crawling. Just create a pile. During the line surge, you get on all fours and don't look up.
2nd and 7 now. We're going to call it. The ball is at the 44 of Winterset. And they'll send White wide left. DeFoya wide right. Eye backfield behind Luke McDonald, the quarterback. He'll take it. Play action. Wants to throw. Here comes the rush. He gets rid of it. And no one home. He threw it way over the head of White. DeFoya down the far sideline. And Jewell was a safety man. That's going to bring up a third down and 7 at the Husky 44.
I don't think the receiver had the right route, but there was no way.
I got some great news. Sorensen coming back in.
All right.
Sorensen was helped out early. He'll take Flasic's place in that defensive tackle spot. Atlantic has gone to a 4-man front.
Just sniff some smelling salt and get back in there.
So it's going to be a 3rd and 7 Winterset. The ball on their own 44. 15-0 lead for the Huskies of the Seed Pros scoreboard. They go double tight end set. Lyon back at quarterback. He wants to throw. Here comes the rush, and he's hit. He's trying to get out. The Trojans are going to throw him back at the 34. What a job by Atlantic, and a big loss on the play.
That didn't help the hand.
Gavin McLaren was leading the charge. He was playing that left defensive tackle.
4th and long.
4th down for Winterset. The ball at the 36, and Lenny's going to punt the football. What a job.
I know, when 70 came back in there.
Yeah, Sorensen did,
He was pushing his linemen backwards.
There.
Them linemen are all on their heels.
Lenny to kick. Stands as 21, and here's the boot. It's a beauty. High kick, and they're going to let it go. Hits to the 30-yard line. Takes a Trojan bounce. And it covered nicely by the special teams, Caleb Decker. Downfield, the sophomore. And Atlantic has decent field position. 1st and 10 with 2:53 to go here in this third quarter of the Seed Pros scoreboard.
Yeah, 2 minutes to make a touchdown. Let's just go make a touchdown so that we got the whole fourth quarter to score a couple times.
The ball at the 31-yard line. Zayden Parker will check back in. Atlantic was making some positive yards when the ball was coughed up, and the Huskies turned that into a touchdown. Atlantic turns Winterset away here. Parker, the quarterback, out of the shotgun. 3 receivers right, 1 left. McLaren, the lone setback. Here's the snap. Parker rolls right, looks to throw, has time, dumps it, caught. Hayes at the 35. He picked up 4 yards of the play. They'll mark the ball at the 36. Second down and 4.
Again, I'm liking the way our quarterback, he's getting up, he's throwing a nice ball. It might be short, but he ain't lollygagging. He's zipping it right to the receiver.
Second down and 6 yards to go for the Trojans. 2:28 left. Third quarter, quick moving third quarter. And the Huskies lead 15-0 on the Seed Pros scoreboard.
Better hurry up, dudes.
McLaren checks in with 10 seconds of the play clock. Atlantic breaks huddle at 8. They've got to hurry up. 5 of the play clock. They've got to hurry up. They've got to call a timeout. They need to call a timeout, and they did. They were running out of time, and Coach Brummer got that timeout called, and the Trojans will huddle up here in a second down and 5 yards to go. We're back in 30 seconds on 95.7 FM and WesternIowaToday.com. Huskies up 15-0.
If you love fall, you're going to absolutely fall in love with the new fall arrivals at Brown Shoe Fit in downtown Atlantic. Stop in and see our selection of fall shoes and boots for fashion and work. Game ready, tailgate cool, and the coolest styles to hit the school. You'll find the greatest fall fashions at Brown Shoe Fit, a tradition of quality, fashion, and comfort at your Atlantic Brown Shoe Fit at 502 Chestnut Street.
Welcome back. Let's go down the sidelines and get a report from Kevin Ferguson.
And one more shout out.
Defense is doing the job. We'll see if the offense can get something going.
You know, that defense is, trying to run in between them tackles is just like trying to unplug a toilet with a toothbrush, man. There's nothing there.
Were you thinking of that for how long?
Well,
you've been sitting on that for a while.
No, it's plugged. I can't sit on it, Terry.
Second down and 5 for Atlantic. The ball on their own 36-yard line. Parker, the quarterback, out of the gun. Here's a snap. Looks to throw. Fires over the middle to Goodrich, and it is caught. What a catch by Goodrich!
One-handed.
Oh my, Goodrich caught one off the top of the turf, and he catches it one-hander to the 37-yard line. First down and 10.
That's something you see like on Saturdays from the college and the pros.
No doubt about it. And the chains move, a Brown Shoe Fit first down, and what a throw by Parker. And he thread the needle, and how about that catch by Goodrich? Brock Goodrich with the snag. First and 10, Atlantic at the 37 of the Huskies. Moving. Snap to Parker. Hand off to Dante Henderson across the 35, and he gets it inside the 35, down about the 32-yard line. A nice chunk of yards there for the senior tailback.
Looks like a positive 4 or 5 for sure.
Second down and 6. Second down and 5 for Atlantic. With 1:09 to play third quarter. 15-0 Huskies with the lead of the Seed Pros scoreboard. Atlantic driving. Second down, the ball on the 32-yard line of Winterset. Parker will step in. Break huddle with Rasmussen. Wide right. Ritter. Darrow wide left. Parker out of the gun. Second and 5 from the 33. The snap. Looks to throw, fires to Henderson, makes the catch, 35, and then he's able to sneak a couple of yards out of that to about the 32. Now it's going to bring up a third down, Perry.
Yeah, I think it's still 3rd and 5. I don't think he really got anything out of that. It looked like it was open for a second, but Winterset's got some speed.
They gave him a yard from the 33 to the 32. And you're right about the 3rd and 5. O'Brien will check in as time is running out here in the third quarter. We're down to 17. 15 to go in the third quarter. And the play clock at 13, the game clock at 10. Atlantic's going to hurry up and try to get a playoff here.
I don't know if it's going to happen.
Parker out of the gun on 3rd and 5 from the 32-yard line. The snap. Here comes the rush. Fires. Caught by McLaren to the 30. And he's brought down inside the 30 to about the 28. He's going to be short of the first down, and that's it here in the third quarter. Atlantic driving, down 15-0. We're back in 60 seconds with the fourth quarter on 95.7 FM and live video streaming on westerniowatoday.com.
From start to finish, let Aiken Design Center help you with your kitchen or bathroom ideas. For new designs or remodels, Aiken Design Center will work with you or your contractor to make your dream a reality. If you're not sure what you want, stop into our showroom so our custom designers can help you find what will suit your needs as well as your budget. The Aiken Design Center staff is committed to quality design while meeting your needs. Stop into Aiken today to find out how we can help.
Olson's Outdoor Power is your one-stop service and equipment shop for all things outdoor. We sell the best power sports products in the business, from Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, and Ski-Doo, trailers to tackle any job from H&H, Triton, and Wilson, and we continue to lead the way in lawn and garden equipment with great products from Exmark, Dixie Chopper, Husqvarna, Cub Cadet, Steel, and Echo. Add factory-trained technicians in 2 locations, and it's easy to see why Olson's Outdoor Power is the leader in all things outdoor. Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
Welcome back to the broadcast here on 95.7 FM and live video streaming on westerniowatoday.com. Let's go to the sidelines and Kevin Ferguson. That offense getting something going here.
Hey, you know, it's fun to watch. They're doing that inside stuff a little bit, you know, getting the run going, and that's opening up them short little pop passes. And, you know, the nice thing about those pop passes, it takes the pressure off on the defense. I mean, off the quarterback, because the defense has got it, you know, set back a little bit. So could be setting it up for a big one here.
4th down and 2. Atlantic at the 29-yard line of Winterset. 3 receivers left. Parker out of the shotgun. The snap back to Parker. Looks to throw, launches one, no one home. He wanted Hayes. He threw it behind him, and Atlantic turns it over on downs. Winterset will have it back. 1st and 10 at their own 32. A little miscommunication there.
It looked like it was just one person's running around and the other person thought it a different thing.
So the Huskies get the ball back, up 15-0 on the Seed Pro scoreboard here at the beginning of the fourth quarter. Atlantic playing much more competitive here tonight, though, defensively especially.
Especially defense. And, I mean, besides a couple 2-3 mistakes, I mean.
Well, they had the drive and the fumble. That turned into a touchdown.
Yeah.
And we'll check the quarterback out here, and it's going to be directly to Wilmus. He's going to try to get back. The line of scrimmage, he's cut down at the line. He tried to go left, and a good tackle. Waters made the stop. Nolan Waters, the tackle, 2nd down, and 9, a gain of a yard for the Huskies. 11:36 to play. 15-0 Winterset on the Seed Pro scoreboard. The ball at the Huskies' 30-yard line. Gain of a yard. White and Tafoya wide right. Snap back, handoff. This is Porter across the 35-40. Runs through a tackle. He's finally tripped down across the 45. Becker had him and tripped him up. Colton Becker the tackle. And again up to 40-70-yard on a pickup of 17 yards on that run by Porter.
That was a good run. That offensive line made a hole when they needed to.
Ben Porter, who scored the 3-yard run on a 17-yard jump there. 1st down and 10 Huskies. Under 11 to play here in the game. 15-0 Winterset. Tafoya wide right with White. Out of the shotgun. Wilmus hands off to Porter again. He rambles to midfield, and he's gang tackled there. They're going to give his yardage to 49. A gain of 4, 2nd down and 6. 10:38 to go. Winterset scoring on a 3-yard run. Missed extra point, a safety, and a 35-yard run by Hank Wilmus. Extra point Lindy made it 15-0 here. We've got 10:20 to go. Football on the Trojan 49. Winterset comes up. White and Tafoya wide right. Out of the Wildcat Wilmus. Porter again. He's really the workhorse and lost the yard period right back to the 50. And Flasic was there to make the stop, or Sorensen rather.
Yeah, there you go.
Sorensen made the tackle for Atlantic at the 49. 3rd down.
Well, I guess I was wrong. He didn't lose a yard, but he didn't gain one.
3rd down and 6. Football at the 49 of Atlantic. 9:50 to play.
Watch the hard count.
Winterset with a 15-0 lead. They'll send Wayne Swanson wide left. 3 receivers right. Snap back to Wilmus, a straight direct snap to 45, and he's hit by O'Brien and drives to the 40-yard line. About the 41, they'll give it a first down. Brown Shoe fit first down at the 40.5-yard line. And they're just going Wildcat now, and Wilmus, the ball carrier.
Yeah. All right, this looks like Winterset's offensive line will make holes when they have to.
Just think about the camp this week at Winterset when Hunter Lyon had that broken thumb. Happened early. They had all week. They have to come up with a new offensive strategy.
They've done a pretty good job making up for that.
Lindy, hand off to Mortvet across the 40, 35, breaks the tackle down to the 34-yard line. So he went from the 41 to the 34. They're going to mark it at the 35 where his knee went down. Second down and 4 for the Huskies. Zach Morfitt, the ball carrier, 6'3", 195, and they're shuffling in running backs now. They got some depth there at that running back spot. 8:35 to go and counting. The ball at the 35 of Atlantic. Again, that wishbone set behind Lindy. He'll take it, give it. No, he's going to keep it across the 30. Has the first down, the 25, and he's cut down out of bounds by Rasmussen at the 22-yard line. A gain of 13 and a first down. Another Brown Shoe fit first down for the Huskies at the Trojan 22 at 8:20 to play.
Wow. I mean, they're dialing up some good calls. I mean, everybody's thinking inside, and that was a good play by Winterset.
Me.
Yeah.
There's a bootleg left. And
I mean, you're never used to seeing a kicker and the punter and run the ball like this.
From the 22, Lindy. He's going to hand off to his tailback, Wilmus. He spins his way to about the 20-yard line. Nothing there. Atlantic tough on the defensive side. So Hank Wilmus, the carrier.
Levin got to go out. He lost his helmet for a play.
Nick Bennett was there, the linebacker for Atlantic. Second down and 9. 7:59 to play. Winterset leading 15-0. And Woodward coming out. He lost his mouthpiece. Now he's able to pick it up and come out. He's played a pretty good game. He's played both sides of the ball.
He's done well.
7:46 left. And now McDonald checks back in at quarterback. Drake McDonald, the 6'2 sophomore, 160-pounder, sets under center eye backfield, and Wilmus again. He gets some good yards inside the 15, and that's Porter rather down to the 11-yard line. That type Porter, the ball carrier, and he gets some good yardage.
Yeah, 10's doing good, 11's doing good, and the punter.
And Bellamy on that defensive end.
And the kicker, I mean.
So that's going to be in the Armor Insurance red zone. The football on the 11-yard line of Atlantic. Armor Insurance red zone to make sure your protection never breaks down. Call Armor Insurance 712-243-1951. The ball at the Atlantic 11, 7:17 left. And Lindy will be the quarterback for the Huskies. Usually they run out of that wishbone set behind him. Now they're going to back up and rehuddle.
Well, the official came over to talk to the Atlantic coach, so I don't know if they're doing something with the clock or.
Well, they stopped the clock.
Said something to the coach.
The clock was stopped for official timeout. And now they're ready for play. And wind the clock. Ball at the 11. 7:16 left. Lindy under center. And he'll play action fake. Looks to throw. Here comes the rush. He's in trouble. Rolls right. He's going to try to unload it. He does. It's caught by Wilmus at the 10. He's down to the 6. Rasmussen.
We got a flag. I saw blocking in the back.
And Waters made the stop, and Perry sees a flag back of the 26. Holding or illegal use of hands.
Yeah.
You got it right. So that's going to be a penalty against the Huskies for the 26. That'll back them up, but a good play.
Oh, yeah.
Hank Wilmus made the catch. He had 114 yards receiving last week against Carlisle as the Huskies came from behind to win that. They had 14 points in the third quarter, and they turned that game around after giving up the ball on the goal line and Carlisle returning it for a TD. So ball at the 21 of the Trojans. 6:54 to go. 15-0 Huskies, the Seed Pro scoreboard. Drake McDonald now at quarterback. And he hands off to Porter, and he rolls down the 19-yard line. A gain of 2, 2nd and 8. Get a host of Trojans.
I think you meant 2nd and 18, right?
Or 2nd and 18, you're right.
There you go.
Here we go. Thank you, Perry.
I know my glasses are fogging up, but.
Mine aren't, so I have no excuse. The ball at the 19-yard line of the Trojans. 2nd and 18, as Perry corrected me. Under center, Lindy. And a play action. Rolls left, fires into the end zone, and it is caught. Touchdown, Winterset. What a catch by Cooper in the end zone. Wow.
Flag down.
The ball was on 19.
We got a flag down.
And credit Lindy running for his life. He's able to unload it. And Cooper made a great catch. We've got a flag at the 20. Holding Winterset. Now they're shooting themselves in the foot. That's back.
Good.
Taking it back to the 30. 6:09 to go. 15-0 Winterset. They've had the ball a long time here on this drive. And they'll market it back to the 29 of Atlantic. 6:09 to go. The Seed Pros scoreboard. See what they draw up here. 2nd and 28, Perry.
All right. We're starting to get pressure on the quarterback a little bit, but kind of those receivers, they're running back to help, and we're not kind of covering them or something.
They're kind of going with Lindy here.
I'm not watching the backside. I'm just watching the line.
Lindy brings him up the ball near hash mark. Lindy, the quarterback, under center. Wishbone set. Double tight. Snap. Handoff. This is Porter. Big hole across the 20. Down to the 15. And he gets a lot of yards back to the 70-yard line of Atlantic in that Armor Insurance red zone.
Wow. That was some good blocking by that offensive line. They just made a huge hole.
That'll bring up a 3rd down and 12 for the Huskies at the Trojan 14 or 12-yard line. That should be the 14-yard line.
Yeah, you're right. It's 14. You're right.
3rd down and 12. Tafoya wide right. Under center, Lindy steps back and fires one into the end zone and is knocked away. What a job by Rasmussen. 4th down, and we'll see a field goal.
That was an awesome job by Rasmussen because that was a good throw. Rasmussen's got that athletic ability to jump up, and he batted the ball away. That was a great job by Rasmussen.
So now Lindy will attempt the field goal, and he kicked a 44-yarder last week, which is the longest in Winterset high school football history.
Well, he's going to be tired from playing quarterback, punter, runner.
31-yarder chip shot for this guy, probably. Michael Sentz will hold. Atlantic bringing everybody. Here's the field goal attempt. It is
no good.
No good. He missed the field goal.
He wore out.
Well, you called it. Well, Atlantic gets the ball back. Down 15-0 on the Seed Pros scoreboard with 5:25 left. We owe you a station identification. We'll break now. You're listening to high school football at KSWI Atlantic.
KS 95.7 is KSWI Atlantic,
a proud part of Meredith Communications.
KS 95.7.
1st down and 10 Trojans at own 13-yard line. Here they come. Ritter, the slot right, left, and Rasmussen wide left. Parker out of the gun. He's played the QB spot the entire night. He'll take it. Play action, wants to throw, lobs it, caught by McLaren, and he's brought down to the 26-yard line. What a run by McLaren. What a run after catch. And the Trojans move the ball to the 27-yard line of the Huskies.
We got a flag
of the
down.
Trojans.
We got a flag down.
Well,
I'm sure it's going to be holding.
Holding Atlantic. That was back of the 17-yard line.
We just get going. I don't know what happens.
Half the distance. 5:17 left. Hedrington comes out of the game. Zayden Parker will step in. Cam 44-0 over Coon Rapids Bayard. Under with 28-12 over HSTW. Harlan big over Sergeant Bluff Luton, 42-6. That's a running clock right now. Ottoman 44-28 over St. Edmund. Here come the Trojans with 5:08 to play. Down 15-0. Parker out of the shotgun. The snap. Rolls left, stops, and he fires, and it is caught and dropped. Darrow had it. Good defense by Lindy on that left side.
Wow, they snuffed that out.
Boy.
It's like they knew that play was coming.
4:56 left to go. 15-0 Huskies with the lead. The ball at the 10 of Atlantic on a 2nd down and 20. Parker will get the play from the sideline. He'll run into the huddle. 16 of the play clock. 4:56 to go on the incomplete pass. Clock stopped. Trip receivers to the left side. 6 of the play clock. They got to get this away. And the snap at 3 to Zayden Parker wants to throw. Here's the bomb, and it's a duck, and it is caught and intercepted by White at the 40, 35-30. He gets to the 25, 20, and he is going to be tackled inside the 15 on the INT. 4:42 left, and the pick by Cade White, the 6'3", 195-pound senior defensive back. Well, that was up for grabs.
Yeah, it was. I was figuring maybe someone was pulling out a gun because it was a duck.
The ball to 14 of the Trojans, 4:42 left. It is teal season, isn't it? Or is that over?
I don't know. I don't eat that stuff. If it ain't pheasant or quail, I ain't eating it.
Pheasant numbers are up this year.
That's great.
Might have some luck here in southwest Iowa. 4:42 to go. White, who had that pick, will be wide right. 1st and 10. A Brown shoe fit first down for the Huskies at the 14 of Atlantic in that Armor Insurance red zone. And Lindy back at quarterback. Under center, he'll take it. Hand off to Porter. He's hit and dropped. He didn't get much. Hit hard. Flasic was there. Becker, Colton Becker, made the stop, the linebacker.
That was a smackdown.
2nd down and 8 for Winterset. The ball at the 12-yard line of Atlantic. They need to get down to the
8, 9, or 4.
Have to get a first down. White will go wide right here. The ball on the 4 hash mark. 4:10 left.
Well, they're being smart and they're eating up the clock.
They'll bring Lindy under center, that wishbone set. Watch for Porter. Nope, it's going to be Wilmus. Gets the edge, gets a block, and he's going to go to the 10, 5, and brought down inside the 5 at the 3-yard line. Darrow O'Brien was streaking across the field to make the stop.
Becker was there.
Becker. Colton's had a lot of tackles tonight.
Yeah.
3:50 left and counting. The ball. 1st and goal, Winterset at the 3-yard line of the Trojans. Ball in here, hash mark. Winterset threatening again at 15-0 on the Seed Pro scoreboard. He scored the last run with 8:21 to go on the 3rd. A 35-yarder by Hank Wilmus. Lindy. Hand off to Porter, and he bangs his way, maybe to the 1. That's about it.
I was going to say, the football is just short of the goal line. Like you said, the 1. Yep.
Ball just inside the 1 pair. It's 3:10 and counting to go. And the Huskies knock on the door right here. Up 15-0 on the Seed Pro scoreboard. Atlantic has had some opportunities. They'll send one receiver wide left. That's Connor Vaughn. Otherwise, double-tied Lindy. Drops the ball. Atlantic got it. He fumbled the snap. I think Atlantic able to get the ball. And they did. Trojans got it. They got a turnover.
All right, we finally got one back.
So the Trojans, Amalia, I believe, got the fumble recovery for Atlantic.
That's what happens when you have the kicker running the offense.
2:51 left. Ball at the Trojan 3. Huskies up 15-0 on the Seed Pro scoreboard. Knoxville, Atlantic's opponent next week, leading Des Moines Hoover 22-0. Parker, handoff. Hedrington, he had a hole. It was cut down by Bellamy. Remember that guy in the first half?
That dude is a thorn in our side.
Bellamy, they made the solo stop. He got his Arms around the legs of Dante Hetherington, who gets it across the 5 to 6 yard line. 2:34 to go in counting. Post-game show coming up. Brought to you by Olson's BP. Trojans trying to get a score here, but they got a ways to go from the 6. Parker under center. Straight drop. Looks to throw. Here comes the rush. Fires. It's caught by Rasmussen across the 20 to the 21. A pickup of 15 and a first down and 10. They finally get the ball to the All-State receiver. 2:17 to go. The ball at the Trojan 21.5, and timeout called by Coach Brummer. And we'll take a timeout with them. We're back in 30 seconds on 95.7 FM and live streaming on WesternIowaToday.com.
Get to the Super Bowl in Atlantic for a great night of entertainment. League teams are forming now. If you don't have a team and still want to compete, you can sign up and Dan will find a team for you. Stop by or call 712-243-4656. And the Super Bowl is not just for leagues. It's a fantastic place for parties. And as always, Glow Bowling on Friday and Saturday nights.
Soda? Pop? Soda pop? Belly wash? I found that one on Google. No matter what you call it, you are getting a free 2-liter of Coke, Diet Coke, or Sprite from Olson's BP when you buy any large Godfather's Pizza. That's right, the September special at Olson's BP in Atlantic. Buy any large Godfather's Pizza and get a free 2-liter of Coke, Diet Coke, or Sprite. Limit 4 per order. Olson's BP in Atlantic, the keep you going store.
Around the gun, takes the snap, fires a quick one, a slant caught on the far sideline by McKinnick Jewell, and he's brought down nicely by Cage Alcorn. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7, the 25. Atlantic hurries up with 1:58 left. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Now the shotgun, Parker takes it, fires, and it is called incomplete. He had Corbin Ritter right off his fingertips. 3rd down and 7.
I think Corbin saw the sideline because he was going to catch it and get out of bounds for a first down. And
he might have peeked at that, and
he might just peekaboo too soon.
1:48 to play. Out comes Corbin Ritter, and in with the play is Parker. Clock stopped. 15-0 Huskies of the Seed Pros scoreboard. 3 receivers right. Snap back. Parker to throw, steps up in the pocket, fires over the middle, it is caught, intercepted by Morfitt. 25, 20, 15, 10, gets a block, 5, and he scores. Oh man, Zach Morfitt with the pick, and he takes it to the house. 21-0 Huskies on the turnover.
Wow,
pick 6 for Morfitt. 1:34 to go, and Mortford with the pick and the score. And Lindy will tip the extra point.
Wide open. Well, we had a player go try and make a tackle, and he got pummeled.
So the extra point by Lindy coming up. 21-0. Huskies with the lead of the Seed Pros scoreboard. A pick 6 by Zach Mortford. The 6'3", 195-pound senior.
They're bringing in a different kicker.
Oh, they're going to.
They're bringing in
they're going to let
freshman.
Nathan Rivera will. Nope, they're going to call a timeout. Winterset calls a timeout. 1:34 left. We'll take it with them. Back at 30.
Soda? Pop? Soda pop? Belly wash? I found that one on Google. No matter what you call it, you are getting a free 2-liter of Coke, Diet Coke, or Sprite from Olson's BP when you buy any large Godfather's Pizza. That's right, the September special at Olson's BP in Atlantic. Buy any large Godfather's Pizza and get a free 2-liter of Coke, Diet Coke, or Sprite. Limit 4 per order. Olson's BP in Atlantic, the keep you going store.
And welcome back to Trojan Bowl. 1:34 to play on the Seed Pros scoreboard. And Winterset up 21-0. And they had Rivera out there to kick the PAT, and then Coach Sweeney calling a timeout. Huskies scored with 10:33 to play in the first quarter on a 3-yard punch by Ben Porter, set up by A pass play from quarterback Hunter Lyon. Beautiful catch by Jaden Cooper.
Are they going to go for 2?
They're going to go for 2.
Nope, he's going to kick it.
Oh, there you go. Rivera's going to kick it. The holder is Connor Vaughn. 21-0 Huskies. Snap, set, kick. Oh, that one's up, and it hits the upright and bounces away. Kickoff coming up. We're back in 30 seconds at 95.7 FM and live video streamed at westerniowatoday.com.
Elkhart Plastics in Atlantic has a career opportunity for you. They're currently looking to hire first and second shift oven operators, first shift assemblers, and maintenance personnel, along with competitive pay and shift differential offered for second shift. Elkhart Plastics offers medical, dental, vision, company-paid life and disability plans, as well as vacation, paid holidays, education reimbursement, and retirement savings plans. Go to MyersIndustries.com/careers to view openings and fill out an application. Elkhart Plastics is an equal opportunity and affirmative action employer.
Welcome back to Atlantic as Huskies will kick it off. I don't know what issue with Lindy is, but they've got a new kicker as well. That's going to be Dominic Tucker will kick it off. With 1:34 remaining on the Seed Pro scoreboard, there's the kickoff. It angles towards the sideline, and it's going to go out of bounds. 21-0 Winterset, a pick 6 by Mortford. With 1:34 to go, Hank Wilma scoring on a 35-yard run in the third quarter. That added the points to the board. Huskies led 8-0 at the halftime break. And 1:34 here. The ball at the 35. Atlantic will have it here. See if they can try to end the game with the big play here. Rasmussen with one catch tonight, wide left, 2 receivers right. Hayes now left, he'll be in the slot. Parker with the quarterback out of the gun. Back into motion near side, Corbin Ritter. Parker takes his snap, looks to throw, fires, caught by McLaren. 35, 40, and he rumbles and bumbles to the 42. 7-yard gain for the sophomore fullback. Mortford was there to make the stop on the big guy.
They've been keen on him all night.
Second down and 3 for Atlantic. Snap back, throw, and is incomplete, intercepted out of the hands of Ritter, and is picked off by Lindy. And he takes it down to the 41-yard line of Atlantic. 1:01 to play. Right off the hands of Ritter. It was a high throw, and Ritter went up for it, bounced off the palms, and Lindy there to make the interception.
That was easy pickings there. I mean,
21-0 Huskies, 61 seconds to play. Winterset will win their second straight as they head to district play in 4A. Drake McDonald will be the quarterback. They've shuffled in a number of them. Cooper's played, McDonald's played it, Lindy's played it, Hunter Lyon with the broken thumb has played it.
Lindy, quarterback.
Hand off to Porter, and he's drugged down inside the 40, down the 38-yard line, a gain of 3. Second down and 7, 50 seconds to play. Atlantic will start district play next week at Knoxville. And Knoxville was shutting out Hoover. 22-0 last score we saw. 40 seconds left, and I think the Huskies will just be satisfied to run the clock down.
Yeah, I think you're right.
They've got 13 of the play clock, so they've got to at least take a knee here, and that's what's going to happen. So Winterset with the win tonight, and the knee, and that'll be it here in the ball game. 18 seconds to go. Winterset wins at 21-0. That's the final here of the Trojans in a packed house for homecoming 2023. And Winterset.
That's our first goose egg this year, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, it is. Winterset with a shutout. Good defensive play by the Huskies, and Trojans come up short tonight, but they start district play next week. And we'll have the broadcast from Knoxville with pregame at 6 and a kickoff at 7. But we have a postgame show coming up. Brought to you by Olson's BP, a great food, a Godfather's Pizza, and quality BP fuel to keep you going company. Olson's in Atlantic. We're back with a post game right after this.
The perfect companion is waiting for you at the Fish Store Pet Center in Atlantic. Pick out a furry guinea pig, hamster, or mouse. Maybe something feathered. They have an aviary full of birds to choose from. What about something scaly, like a snake, lizard, or hermit crab? And it's in their name. A wide variety of fish are available at the Fish Store and Pet Center. Get all the food and accessories you need to keep that new addition to your family happy and healthy. The Fish Store and Pet Center in Atlantic, a pet lover's paradise. Soda? Pop? Soda pop? Belly wash? I found that one on Google. No matter what you call it, you are getting a free 2-liter of Coke, Diet Coke, or Sprite from Olson's BP when you buy any large Godfather's Pizza. That's right, the September special at Olson's BP in Atlantic. Buy any large Godfather's Pizza and get a free 2-liter of Coke, Diet Coke, or Sprite. Limit 4 per order. Olson's BP in Atlantic, the keep you going store.
65.
After years of wondering why I see more runners than other athletes, I figured it out. Well, a sophomore hurdler explained it to me. This is Dr. Fritz Beyer of Body Basics Chiropractic, and he told me since my hip started acting up, I lost 1 second from my time. 1 second in a 55-second race is less than 2%, but he knew it instantly because the stopwatch told him. In other sports, there's not a stopwatch to tell you when the nagging injury takes 2% from you. To make sure you're giving your 100%, call 254-BODY to get your body back to the basics.
Welcome back to the postgame show brought to you by Olson's BP and Olson's Fuel. 21-0 Winterset with the win over Atlantic tonight. Olson's BP and home of great Godfather's Pizza and great food and quality BP fuel to keep you going company. Olson's in Atlantic. Injury report coming up here. It's brought to you by Body Basics. Call 254-BODY. Get your body back to the basics. Atlantic had one player
for sure
that we know did not return. That was Michael in the first half. And Trojans, Trevin Hansen, the center, went down with an injury, and we hope the best for him. He did walk off the field, and that was positive news. Evan Sorensen came out, but came back in, so that was good news as well. We'll hear from Kevin Ferguson down the sidelines with Coach Brummer here, and we'll keep it right here. And Kevin, take it away.
Coach, defense really stopped the run, especially inside the tackles tonight.
Yeah, defense kept us in it. Offensively, we were kind of, every time it seemed like we were getting a drive, we had not a penalty, we had a turnover. Rough night for that. That had some inopportune times. I saw some good things of moving the ball, and then we'd shoot ourselves in the foot there.
And the ball hitting the ground and points after turnover kind of killed you too.
Yeah, field position was definitely an issue tonight. Block punt on their part, really good special teams. We had a holding penalty on one of our special teams that put us back even farther. That it's tough there when they win the field possession battle and they run the ball.
Coach, it felt like your team played with a better emotion tonight.
Yeah, no, the kids played very well. I thought we had some good energy, some good enthusiasm, just ran into a very deep, very good team.
They threw a lot of things at you with that quarterback with a bad arm, and then who knew was going to play quarterback the next play?
Yeah, I know. They did a great job of preparing and knowing that they had to have their personnel ready to go. They seemed very sound, very disciplined, but, that's what you run playing a 4A team that really platoons O&D. They only had 1 or 2 guys going both ways, 5 or 6 guys. But, it is what it is, and we got to develop that depth.
Okay, Coach. Thanks for your time. We'll see you next week.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Kevin, thank you very much. Kevin Ferguson will join us here for the post-game show as well. Hey, the long-distance play of the game coming up next. It's brought to you by Dvorak Tire. Be ready to go the extra mile, the long distance, with tires from Dvorak Tire in Atlantic.
After years of wondering why I see more runners than other athletes, I figured it out. Well, a sophomore hurdler explained it to me. This is Dr. Fritz Beyer of Body Basics Chiropractic, and he told me since my hip started acting up, I lost 1 second from my time. 1 second in a 55-second race is less than 2%, but he knew it instantly because the stopwatch told him. In other sports, there's not a stopwatch to tell you when the nagging injury takes 2% from you. To make sure you're giving your 100%, call 254-BODY to get your body back to the basics.
Colton, with you more involved with farming, what have you observed?
Farmers don't just work harder, they farm smarter.
We've definitely seen that with the Enlist weed control system.
Oh yeah, application is dictated by the grow stage, not a set date on the calendar, and you can take mix with liberty. Plus, you have a post program that you don't have to worry about drifting into neighboring fields.
Nailed it. To learn more, contact the Seed Pros.
The Seed Pros, with you from the word go.
The Seed Pros, Mark Bantacker, Gary Dinklet, Nick Knutson, and John Becker.
At Dvorak Tire and Service, we specialize in the long distance. Whether you need new tires on your truck, van, car, SUV, or tractor, or service on your vehicle, at Dvorak Tire and Service, we go the extra mile to ensure that you can too. Oil changes, brakes, electrical, engine overhauls, and more. Our crew works hard so your crew can get where you need. So when you need to go the short or long distance, count on Dvorak Tire and Service on the corner of 2nd and Locust in Atlantic.
Welcome back to the Olson BP post-game show. Winterset 21-0 over Atlantic here tonight. The homecoming for the Trojans. Long distance play of the game. The long distance run of the game was a 35-yarder by Hank Wilmus with 8:21 to go in the third quarter for Winterset. And after the extra point, it was 15-0 in favor of the Huskies. And they, of course, pitched the shutout against Atlantic 21-0 in this game. There were some pick sixes. The pick six, though, by Mortvedt, that probably was the long-distance play as well. At the 50-yarder, I think he intercepted about the 50 and turned it the touchdown. So we might add that to it. So Mortvedt had the long-distance play, and the offensive play was a 35-yard run by the tailback, Hank Wilmus, who entered the game with 505 yards. And really the Trojans did a pretty good job against the run, as Ferg mentioned, with Coach Brummer, but they just had some big plays and took advantage of one turnover late. That's when Wilma scored on that 35-yarder. Atlantic was in it right there, down 8-0, and they turnover able to counter with that turnover and a touchdown. Well, we'll get to the Dozer player of the game, brought to you by Chris Houghton, Earth Moving, digging it every day. We'll hear from Perry and Ferg right after this.
At Dvorak Tire and Service, we specialize in the long distance. Whether you need new tires on your truck, van, car, SUV, or tractor, or service on your vehicle, at Dvorak Tire and Service, we go the extra mile to ensure that you can too. Oil changes, brakes, electrical, engine overhauls, and more. Our crew works hard so your crew can get where you need. So when you need to go the short or long distance, count on Dvorak Tire and Service on the corner of 2nd and Locust in Atlantic.
Are you ready to be part of something bigger? I'm Myron Stein, president of Stein Seed Company. We're seeking exceptional individuals like you to join our team as independent sales representatives. If you're passionate about agriculture, ready to make a difference, and want unlimited earning potential, join the Stein team as an ISR. To learn more about open positions near you, contact your local Stein RSA, Darren Petty, at area code 712-249-5884.
When you begin your construction project, you want perfection from the ground up. This is Chris Houghton with Chris Houghton Earth Moving. When it comes to excavation, demolition, drainage, all your earth moving needs for your home, farm, or business, team up with experience, quality, and outstanding service. Chris Houghton Earth Moving has the experienced, knowledgeable employees combined with all the equipment to tackle your projects, large or small, and get the job done right. When you're ready to start digging in the dirt, give me a call. We're Chris Houghton Earth Moving, and we're digging it every day.
Welcome back to the post game, brought to you by Olson's BP and Olson's Fuel. Is the final score 21-0 Huskies Winterset with a win over Atlantic tonight. Homecoming in Atlantic tonight. A post game show brought to you by Olson's BP. Great food, Godfather's Pizza, and quality BP fuel to keep you going company. Olson's in Atlantic. Huge crowd on hand for this 2023 homecoming, and it's a competitive game here this evening at Winterset with a shutout. Well, the Doge of the game, Perry and Kevin, what do you think?
Well, Fergie was on field. I think I've got one, but I want to hear what he has to say.
Well, Perry, go ahead.
Well, I'm not going to like it, and it's not by one of our guys, but one of our guys got pummeled pretty good on that interception return to get to the 21. I'm not going to say who it was, but I'm really glad that he got up because he got lit up.
So who is it?
The old tattoo.
Who got hit?
No, who had the dose of the game?
Some kid from Winterset. I don't know. I didn't see the number. I just saw what happened to our guy. But there was a couple guys from Atlantic that had some good hits. I will say that. But Fergie would see him better than me.
Well, it was one of the guys wearing black, white, and red, or gold, Tom.
Yeah, that's right. Both teams with the black and gold colors. Colton Becker had a good game tonight.
Yes,
I think
he
at the
did.
linebacker spot.
He did great.
And so we'll
give it to him.
Give it to one on each side, which here tonight it was really a defensive battle for the most part. The pick six by Mortford was a big difference in the game. Well, we'll get to Perry's word of the week, and that is brought to you by Lyman Ag, where their goal is your profitability. Your Channel C dealers, Lee Satoff and Jimmy Swanson.
When you begin your construction project, you want perfection from the ground up. This is Chris Houghton with Chris Houghton Earth Moving. When it comes to excavation, demolition, drainage, all your earth moving needs for your home, farm, or business, team up with experience, quality, and outstanding service. Chris Houghton Earth Moving has the experienced, knowledgeable employees combined with all the equipment to tackle your projects, large or small, and get the job done right. When you're ready to start digging in the dirt, give me a call. We're Chris Houghton Earth Moving, and we're digging it every day.
This segment of Did You Know by Amy Jo is about hydraulic hoses. Well, guess what? They break. And at the worst times possible, too. Atlantic Ag and Auto can build you a new hydraulic hose most of the time faster than it takes you to even get to town. Now, don't begin a ticket racing to town to see me. Since you're here, you might as well get more hydraulic fluid, shop towels, detailing supplies, and fresh cab to keep those rodents out. Atlantic and Audubon Ag and Auto, your only locally owned CarQuest Auto Parts stores.
At the heart of Channel Seeds are the relationships we build with farmers. Hi, this is Lee Sadoff with Lyman Ag Supply. When you partner with Lyman Ag for your fields, you'll experience our seedsmanship at work. Jim Swanson and I are committed to working with you through year-round customized service. We are committed to your success. It starts with placing products to perform, extends to evaluating crop development throughout the season, and continues well after harvest into planning for next year. Expert advice, customized service, and elite products. We're Lyman Ag Supply, and our goal is your profitability. Give us a call.
Scoreboard Show coming up at 10 o'clock here on 95.7 FM. And again, we've got the player of the game. And let's talk about your word of the game here.
Well, remind you, I'm getting this word from a dude that is a seed dealer.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's ragweed.
That's what I thought. And you got that in pretty early there.
Well, because I wanted to get in some other ones, but the game was getting intense a little bit, and then I'd get mad at some certain things, and I know I'm not supposed to cuss, so I just kept my mouth shut.
Well, you did good. Good to ragweed. Well, that'll do it for our broadcast here tonight from Trojan Bowling in the final. Winterset 21, Atlantic nothing. Thanks for joining us. Have a great weekend, a safe weekend, and we'll see you in Knoxville. Pregame at 6, kickoff at 7. We'll have live video stream of that game next week on WesternIowaToday.com, KS957. Perry Fief, Kevin Ferguson, and Cody Weaver, and Michael Sheriff back in the studios. I'm Tom Robinson. Good night from Atlantic.